Hello, everybody. That has got to be, I think, potentially the longest I've run my intro because of just metaphorical explosions going on in the background or whatever, part of which is my frames, which I don't know if they're stabilizing or not, and I kind of want to just refresh it if this is just gonna be what it's gonna do on it. Okay, everybody hang tight. I'm just gonna, all right, hopefully that fixed it. Hopefully that fixed it. I'll just fresh stream needed just in case, because I'm considering what we're playing today. I'm not risking it for any kind of biscuit. It ain't worth it. As to why you might not hear the music currently playing in the background, because usually, I would have launched the game by now. Despite updating the game before going live, I am updating the game again. I have updated this game so many times, and it is just plodding along. So, hi, how y'all doing? I got my water and everything. There's a lot that happens in this chapter. I'm hoping I know enough to give any necessary heads up. Yeah, there's a lot that happens in this chapter. There will be death in this chapter. I will have, you will see, well, unless you look away, because again, I will say ahead of time before it happens, when graphics happen, because it'll just be right there on the screen. Ta-da! There will also be gunshots. There will be blood. There will be all manner of holy fucking shit. Yeah. Some of which I don't know if we can avoid or not. I will of course be trying and finding out. Also, why are you bigger than you're supposed to be? Why did you resize yourself? Be smaller. You're supposed to fit inside the window. Okay, is that the right size? I'm gonna have to wait for it to come up. I know, I might not even be. Yes, trust me, I am so aware that I won't be able to save everybody. And this concerns me. Okay, I think we need to just shrinky dink it a little bit more. Come here, give me the corners. Nope, not of that. Ah, fuck. Why do you have to resize yourself? Just stop that. You stop that. Okay, now I just gotta look over at the stream. Okay, alright, there's a bit of a gap at the bottom, so we're just gonna scooch it up a little bit. Little scooty scoot. Well, now it's too... crying out loud. How about now? I swear I didn't have to do this before. I wonder if it's just because of the update. No, that's still... okay, a little bit more. A little bit more. I guess I drew it in too much this way. But yeah, so just genuine heads up. Shit is going to happen. I cannot begin to elaborate enough the amount of shit that is absolutely, completely, and utterly going to happen. Yeah, death. 100%. Gonna be death. Gonna be at least one dead body. And I might do a lot of saving and loading just so you all get to see a lot of different shit that's going on. Actually, let me just slap this up again really quickly while I make sure. No, this is why I did that. This is why I did that. No, we're going to load. Okay, here we go. So now go bars. Okay. Okay, let's see. Is this the... yes, okay. Okay, we can take this down again. Alright. If this is your first time playing episode 5, it's recommended that you watch the recap. It's not. It might be for y'all. We're doing it anyway. I know I read the last recap. But we're actually going to do a full recap, despite reading it last time. So I'm going to take a quick sip. Oh, I hope you're all ready for this, because despite going through this already, I don't think I am, but... The funeral of Perlane Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Also, if you will, listen to... Actually... Okay, I was making sure the mic was... I need to make sure the mic is picking up in the background music, because this is important. Let me just... hold that thought, Tabitha. I need to adjust the... Okay, it's not too bad. Did you hear that distortion? Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Afraid! Dustin! So what do you say? Wanna tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of the woods at dawn. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Hang on, there's still a slight bar here, and I'm finicky. I'm nitpicky. Let me just scoot this bar out. Why do I need to keep adjusting things? Why is it so picky? I think it's just a gap at the bottom. What if I do this? There we go. Okay, hopefully I can stop fussing now. Can you hear it? The sweet whispers of new growth? Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her own desperate cries going unheeded. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, please, my hero! You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there is the deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it's gone. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what do we do? Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Welcome home. My grandmother used to... I need you to pay attention to... This is why we're reviewing the entire thing. And you need to know this is intentional. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh good, he's still here. But listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Wow, that's some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm gonna try and keep my ears open for you. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unnatural. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I want to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. Question marks? Nothing strenuous, we promise. But Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Who's the silhouette? Good question. Though in all honesty, it's Kanika. Also, welcome to the stream. I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's happening. As you leave Tavis's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snack pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. That's supposed to be Kanika, but we can't seem to remember her properly. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. Question mark? Question mark? You pull your phone out and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. The kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why does this keep happening to me? Whatever, I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? A man named Charles Shaw decided it was okay to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. Luckily, a few died instantaneously, but for most of the souls who perished here, it was slow and agonizing. Your father was the foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. My dad says our house is haunted. But she's interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. Question mark? There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Blaze? Blaze, are you alright? Well, wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. There are two of them now. But what happened to your glass house? Asshole squatter move in, kick Dustin Mom out. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Blaze, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Blaze, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Bo. Wait, you're Blaze, aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to our employees. Just more convenient, you know? Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pocket. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty. Yep. He's a dog. Just a little thing of dog cookies behind her. You can tell he's this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Sounds like old Gretchen in the mirror may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Blaze? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Considering what I've heard about her. I don't know about that. If you ever like to discuss your beliefs, my door is always open. I don't know if you want to hear me shit talking about someone I never met, but okay. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room. Hiding the bare cement floor, ghoulish faces coat the wall in paint, sneering out at their creator. Question mark? She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately and haven't been cleaning much. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Blank anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly's eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce glare. So, I was wondering if we could maybe watch a movie sometime this week, while Blaze is still in town. I'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sakes. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. He stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain, wrapping an arm around and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina is situated in the back room. Alexis is gonna keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. Hey, I hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Oscar and Blank startle as the door swings open. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get the show on the road. I don't have all night. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it is stained in reddish brown. I'm going for it. Wait, do you hear music? Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. Doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Sorry, I'm just looking here, but she's not visible here either. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Question mark. Bullshit! You and Tabitha come to in a basement, a mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though Sybil remains standing on the stairwell, as if she's been patiently waiting for you to get up. Ah, the spirit is gone, and the two of you are back, and both of you are whole. I have to admit, that is quite an unexpected outcome. Excellent work, Blaze. I give a salute. I'm so sorry, Blaze. I don't think I could talk right now. I'll call you, okay? She hurries off down the road. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not go into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Blaze. Bye. I don't trust you. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. You open your eyes, it's a new day. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. You check your messages, there's nothing from Stella. Let me get this right. You're trying to report a missing pumpkin? Big Betty wasn't just a pumpkin, Sheriff Hugby, sir. She was gonna be a prize winner. Raising her was the last thing me and Daddy did together. She's important to me. I feel so bad about the pumpkin. And his dad more than anything else, but goddamn the pumpkin too. Are you sure it was Julius and not some enterprising bear that got a hold of it? Y'all know Julius thinks that land belongs to him. He probably thought Big Betty was his to take. He ain't coming to his door, so for all I know, he might be all the way to the South State Fair by now with our pumpkin. Ain't there something y'all can do about it? So glad you came. I've never met anyone else who could hear them. You have no idea how long I thought I must have had some kind of insanity. I even thought at one point that it must have been the Lord himself talking to me through them. But they never had anything very insightful to say, so I was disavowed of that early on. There have been some particularly nasty rats in the church lately, and she's said some things that have led me to believe she might be able to understand them. Talk to your child! There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. Oh, it's you. Hi! Should I go? Yeah, and try not to get yourself noticed. Tabitha heaves a heavy sigh. Please, just forget anything you heard, okay? I'm not gonna drink this. Nuh-uh. I'm afraid I can't be of much help. Tea readings are my specialty. If I don't have your leaves, I can't do a reading. Don't worry about it. Let me worry about it. I'ma fuck off. This is wild. I have no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. Also, wouldn't you notice? Actually, hang on. I know I'm just reading this shit, but wouldn't you notice this? Like, maybe not Reese in particular, because he hasn't been outside much, but like, this is a whole section of the house. It's like, okay, why does my house look twice as large on the outside than on the inside? Like, maybe Dr. Kelly notices or knows or something. I don't fucking know, but like, yeah, it's like it's smaller on the... It's the opposite of a TARDIS. It's smaller on the inside. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Please don't trip and need a fucking tetanus shot or something. Whoa, are you okay? No. Neither are you, but we'll get to that later. You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. Sorry, I still like just the small foot. like it's proportionate and everything. Very understandably accurate sized foot, but it's just like foot. As Reese tears his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peering themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone! Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Is this what you were so afraid of? Her son eating her or someone else? I think possibly, like, Reese. Buddy, handle the tranquilizers. This is our shot. Before Dr. Kelly can fire, a different shot rings out. Reese's body is thrown to the wall. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on his writhing body. You leap forward, placing your body between Tabitha and the whimpering Reese, his face already trying to stitch itself back together as he writhes on the ground. Both of you shut up and help me drag him into the safe room, now! You turn to see Dr. Kelly, already pulling her son towards the open doorway. You follow your cousin to the kitchen, and she pulls out 2 pints of banana chocolate chunk, wordlessly thrusting one of them into your hands. I'm sure there's a lot you want to talk about, but we're both here, we're both safe, and we've both had a long week. Let's just exist together. Yeah. As your eyes sink, you realize something smells off about the room. It smells rotten. You jolt awake as the door creaks. Don't look so frightened. Tabitha promised me I'd be safe from you, and that is the last thing I've been from you. Like, you're just... The Tabitha's like, nobody's gonna get in here. You don't have to worry about Reese. Tabitha, the man was in my room. Tabitha! God damn it, Tabitha. I was just going to say goodnight. Reese! And to give you a word of advice. Tabitha won't be around tomorrow. Too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. And you might be surprised at what you find. Until then, sleep well. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately, despite the fact somebody unwanted was in your room. As you drift off, you think of Reese, trapped in that tiny windowless room, all of his greatest fears realized, his body no longer his own. But you stopped him from killing Dr. Kelly. The world, at least for now, is protected from him. And then you think of nothing. It's time to continue your journey. Alright! A lonely piano refrain echoes through your head as you sleep. It feels like it goes on forever, clumsy and uncertain of itself, stopping and starting at random. But as your dream starts to fade, you realize the music is following you to the waking world, continuing even as your mind resolidifies and banishes the last few remnants of your dreams. When it finally stops, you're startled by the sudden silence. Human? Dustin and Mom! Human, wake up! You slowly come to, roused by the voices of your small opossum friend. You feel strangely cold and uncomfortable, your muscles stiff and achy. You heard your head. Bleh. Your head still cloudy with sleep. Your vision comes into focus. See? Human not dead. Okay. No easy breakfast for Dustin and Dustin Mom. I like how this is Dustin and Dustin Mom. Mom does not have a name, just Dustin Mom. The best name. Dustin stands on your chest, his beady black eyes staring down into yours. Dustin's mom is hovering a healthy distance away. You are not... Yeah, this is not the bedroom. You are not in your bedroom. No kidding. Start crying. First thing we're going to do is save. We're going to save over this. Whatever it is. Go away. Thank you. Did you two hear something just now? Like a piano? Dustin did not know about piano. Could hear some weird bird, though. No need to worry about weird bird. Weird birds sound like it far away from here. Traitor's marsupial. How did it get here? Dustin, my wonderful little friend. I love waking up to your face. Human has been kind to Dustin. Dustin's so worried when Human got dragged away. Dustin Mom also worried for Human. No Human went to visit Asshole Squatter. It's okay that Glass House still belonged to Squatter. Asshole Squatter too powerful, even for Human. But it the thought that count. Dustin and Dustin Mom tried to help Human too, when the other one came to take you away, but scary Human not afraid of small creature like us. But Dustin watch over a good human all night. Yeah! Oh, wait! Look, we're holding Dustin! Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. God, also the music. You stand, your legs still wobbly with sleep. The odd tilt of the floor adding to your unsteadiness. That would not help me at all. So this is the Forbidden Wing, and Wayne dragged you here in your sleep. Can you ever trust the safety of your bed again? Probably the fuck not! Like, this is the 5th day or whatever. I'm just gonna be like, Tabby, can we stay anywhere else? We can sleep in your fucking trailer at work. We can sleep in your extra place. Like, come on. There are 2 doors out of the barren room. One is fuck off. Sorry. Bot. One is a normal doorway leading into what you assume to be a hallway. The other door that must have once been hidden, though the ruined state of the wallpaper has robbed it of its secrecy. Do either of you know how to get back to my room? Very easy. Holes everywhere in Dustin House. Of course, Dustin House. Just got to squeeze between walls. Human too big to squeeze between walls, Dustin. Gotta find human-size way. There doesn't seem to be a clear way to open it, besides the brass circle where a handle should be. Home on other side. You lean forward, peering into the narrow opening at what lies behind the door. Yeah, that's... Oh, there's a cross on my... Well, I mean, whatever. The marsupial is right. It's your bedroom. It's your room. My home, apparently, according to Dustin. Which means you'll just be able to slip right back into the safety of the rest of the house if you could just manage to find the handle. Okay, here's the interesting thing, though. See how there's, like, nothing here? Like, I get it. Trust me. I 100% get it. But technically, if the doorknob was missing or the handle or whatever, there would be, you know, the mechanism. And it would not be that hard to just jimmy the fucking thing open. God, I can't remember the whole thing. But basically, like, there was a doorknob removed from a door at more than once at my house. Either because, like, it got jammed or something. And Mom was like, let's just remove the doorknob. That'll fix it. And then it's like, okay, but the doorknob is off now. How are you going to open the door? And I was just like, and so, you know, I just, like, looked at it and it's like, I mean, different doors work differently, but, like, there's nothing for the door handle to, like, attach to or stick to or turn. So there would have to be some kind of mechanism in here, you know, to just go, you know, pull the handle, turn the knob, yada, yada, yada. And I get it. Like, I can't do that. I can't just, you know... Well, I mean, if nothing else, I don't have street smarts, but I also have to, you know, go through smart part, but I find it interesting. Don't mind me. Try forcing the door anyway. You push on the wall. It doesn't budge. You try messing with the metal contraption that stands in place of the door's handle. Tugging and jiggling and pushing on it every which way, and still nothing. Yay! They thought of that! You groggily pat your legs before realizing that you're still in your evening attire. Whatever brought you here wasn't thoughtful enough to bring your phone from the nightstand. We already said it was Wayne, though. We know it's Wayne. And it's probably obvious why he didn't bring the phone, because he didn't want to get you out of there. Because imagine, like, just right here. Tabitha, I'm in the Forbidden Wing with the opossums that live in my dresser. Can you come and let me out? I don't want to be here. This could be very different if I had my phone. You cross the slanted room and exit into the hallway beyond. Dollars? I can't tell what that is. Other than stuff. Before you is a long hallway. Dust dances in the weak sunlight, beaming in through cracked glass. A tinge of mildew stings your nose, warning you away, though there's nowhere else to run now. An ornate entryway, its door long gone, breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper and a staircase looms at the far end. It doesn't look like this looks like it was just an archway, not a doorway. I don't see like the little hinges that would have made this a door or like where a latch would go, but you know, whatever. Inwards and onwards! You make your way to the large set of double doors in the middle of the hallway. You can hear the light click of claws on hardwood as Dustin's mom toddles along a safe distance behind you. It's a parlor. Of course the Scarlets of old would have had a dedicated space to entertain their guests. Once again, hand drawn. Drawn by hand. On paper. One piece of paper, I think, too. Like, I remember seeing the drawing of this, and it's just like, ah! I think the possums weren't in this. These little guys are added in because I think you could not come here with them, I believe, question mark. But yeah, just hand drawn. It would feel elegant, if not for the massive crack that runs the entire length of the floor. The air here stinks of mildew. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. Yeah! I can see why anybody would want nobody to explore these rooms. They suck. There's a large painting on the far wall of the room. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. Something else catches your eye, too. A bookshelf, or rather, what's left of a bookshelf, hanging by a single rusted hinge. Where? Is it behind Dustin? Is it behind the good boy? Maybe it is behind the Dustin. Its sagging shelves reveal some sunless space beyond, once hidden, now exposed by the rot of this house. Dustin almost never come here. All open space. Too scary. But room behind wall is a good hiding place. Dustin hide there sometimes. As he references this room behind wall, Dustin stares at the broken down bookshelf that had already caught your eye. Oh, okay. So if you didn't notice, Dustin could help you out. If you could understand Dustin and befriend him. Let me check out this painting first. The painting highlights a number of old buildings and locales, many of which you've already visited. The town hall, the estate, the mines, and the clinic still called a hospital at the time of this painting, the church, and then there's somewhere you've yet to see, the historical Callaway Tremaine homestead. The faded bronze plaque beneath reads, in commemoration of Enoch Scarlett, head of Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project. Let the past never be forgotten. Can we forget him though? Can the guy just fuck off? I don't like him. I mean, this is really cool though. But fuck Enoch. That is, if nothing else, I've learned from this game. Dustin no get. Dustin mom. Always making mark on old cloth. Does not know that cloth for eating. Hidden room time! You test each step as you make your way across the room. Especially careful as you cross over the ruined section of the floor in front of the bookshelf. You can hear Dustin's mom hurrying behind you. We go to dark room now? Good. Big open space bad. Vulnerable to attacks. The space is dark. Its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling in through the myriad of cracks and holes in the walls. The wallpaper, a deep, exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. Oh. Well, I mean, they weren't fucking kidding. Illuminati! Slay the princess. Actually, I think that is the dagger. I think that's actually the dagger. And we've got... Is this Horus? I think this is Horus and Atlas for some reason. And I guess a buffalo, because why the fuck not with this guy? The walls are lined with ornate displayed ornate display cabinets, and some empty, some still presenting their antique treasures. Nestled between the cabinets, a single tall bookshelf remains standing, its occupants dusty, but mostly intact. But all of these are ornamental details. Your focus is drawn to an expensive-looking antique desk at the center of the room. Good place to take a nap. Bookshelf. Book smarts. Let's go. Maybe the collection of literature can help you learn about this room's occupant. You approach the shelf, your eager eyes poring over titles for anything that seems to stand out. The upper shelves are mostly classic fiction, Moby Dick, Shakespeare, various Dickens novels, nothing that stands out as particularly interesting. The bottom shelf seems to be home to reference books, heavy volumes of long outdated construction law, treaties on various aspects of the coal industry. There's also a book on city planning that stands out to you. The spine is marked with a dot. You pull it out. The shelf above shifts precariously, as if the book held some load-bearing purpose. You never fucking know. Huh. The instant you crack its spine, a slip of paper falls out. Ancient and fragile, and yellowed with age. It's some kind of map. And judging by the highlighted landmarks, it's a map of Scarlet Hollow. Town Hall, the old hospital, the mines, all the places where stone carvings have been buried. There's one more circled area as well, what looks to be a patch of farmland. Yeah, we've kind of gotten that impression. You haven't paid this location a visit yet, but judging by the way the other buildings have had their ways of drawing you in, it's probably only a matter of time. You carefully fold the map and shove it into your pocket. That's not good for eating. Dustin has tried. Human is taking it for nest, Dustin. Not everything is for eat. Square white leaves taste bad, but very good for nest. Use some nest for Dustin and Dustin's siblings. Dustin's siblings! Dusk time. The top drawers mostly contains old-timey letter writing materials, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped letter opener and a wax stamping kit emblazoned with the initials ES. You can't help but notice the wax has been nibbled. Red stuff stick to Dustin teeth. Tastes good, though. Oh, I guess back then it would have been beeswax or something, maybe. No wonder it tastes good to him. Underneath, you find a pile of crumbling financial documents, scrawled in neat cursive in every spot that needed a signature. Is the name Enoch Starlet? I'm taking a sip. Hang on. Also, I know we just started, but sun's going down earlier in the year, so I'm gonna be right back. I need to turn on some lights and close some blinds. Thankfully, when you live in an apartment, that's one of the fastest things ever. And we'll just boop that. Oh, sit back down. Ugh. Everybody stretch if you need to. Take a sip. I'm gonna be hydrating so much. Alright. This must be his desk, meaning this must also be his study. And at the very bottom drawer, you're surprised to find a face you recognize staring back up at you. An antique photograph of a young man, his blonde hair nearly white against the dark sepia background. It's Teddy. He looks almost exactly the same as he did in your vision. Almost. There's a carefree look in his eye that seemed to have faded by the time he found his way to that hospital bed. Well, considering he'd just been a fucking mind collapse, I'm not surprised. Close the drawer. You close the drawer. Open bottom drawer. The bottom drawer offers some resistance as you try to pull it out. It seems that it was locked, though the bit of metal attempting to hold it shut seems to have rusted to the point of uselessness years ago. It gives in with a sharp tug, rotting wood splintering softly somewhere within the century-old desk. Inside, you find a strange collection of glass vials. Their surfaces are clouded over, but you can make out what seems to be paper, preserved somehow inside the container, a hint of writing visible at the edges. You notice some of the corks have been lightly chewed. Pretty good for eating. Doesn't always save these for special occasion. Tastes like Old Pond. Fine vintage. The fact that... I don't know if you know what a vintage is, or you're just using the word, but that's adorable, just so you know. Just so you know, okay? You reach for one of them, twisting the cork. You can kind of see some of the words, mostly just... Yeah. It unseals with a pop, releasing a smell like an old pond. It's not wrong. Like decaying leaves and damp earth. You tug at the corner of the slip of paper, and it unfurls, the writing across its surface as crisp and clear as if it had just been written. To Miss Maeve, I know it has been several years since my last visit, but I do hope you remember the young lad who used to find himself at your doorstep more than you probably would have liked. I write to you now with the utmost urgency. I'm not sure if news has yet reached you regarding what transpired just yesterday. Many lives were lost. The town is in a frenzy. I hope to mitigate some of the damage that has been done, and thus must speak with you at once. I attempted the journey to your place of residence, but was unable to locate it. You once told me of another way to reach you, and though it seems nothing but half-remembered fantasy, I am acting in desperation. I can only hope this letter finds its way to you, and as you once said it would in my hour of need. I must meet with you at your soonest convenience. Sincerely, E.S. Connecting through old pond water. Well, the paper dissolves just as you finish reading the last few lines, as if it finally realized it had been submerged all these years, turning to useless pulp between your fingers. Book smart. It's a good thing you're a fast reader. Yeah. New place to get tasty wets. I love you, Dustin. Nothing Dustin and Mom like to see more than Dustin live in comfort. But Dustin better not let comfort make him soft. This how Dustin brother died. Well, shit. It's unlikely you'll have the chance to return here, and the vials are too delicate to carry with you. Keep reading? Oh, I appreciate the heads up. I mean, if I'm not coming the fuck back. You open another. Miss Verena. Trouble with tea. Teddy? Your presence requested at once. And another. Verena. Know what you tried. Do not appreciate the attempt at subterfuge, though we both know what was at stake here. The boy has been dealt with. Expect me this evening for in-person discussion. Some of these letters are addressed to Miss Maeve and some to Verena. Verena? All signed E.S. You assume these have to be from Enoch. Many seem unimportant, just listing a time and place. You assume meetings between Enoch and whoever this Verena might have been. Before you know it, the drawer is empty, the floor around you scattered with drained vials, the air stinking of wet rot. Well. Step away from the desk. Alright, we're leaving. Apparently. You head down the eerie corridor, following the path laid out in the dust. No. Dustin, not go there. Dustin, come back. You turn to face Dustin's mom, who stands a little ways down the corridor from you, her posture tense. But Dustin is helping. Nothing bad will happen to Dustin with big, strong human around. Dustin, mom, say no. Dustin, don't care how strong human is. Only Dustin, mom, know what's best for Dustin. Dustin looks up at you with his large black wet eyes. Human will have to go on without Dustin. Oh, bye, Dustin. He clambers down from his place on your shoulder, gripping your clothes with his little clawed hands. Bro, I would have gently placed you on the floor, but you know, have at it. I don't care. Oh, he's so tiny! He didn't look that tiny when he was right there, my face. Oh, he is more baby than I thought. He didn't look this small in the dresser, but I don't care. I'm still cooing over him. He's adorable. Hope human can find human highs? I'm taking a sip. Hang on. Hope human can find human high. For fuck's sake, me. Hope human can find human size hole. We go back to Dustin house now. Human should be careful. Up there always smell like hurting. Well, fuck. Oh, bye. And with that final word of caution, Dustin and Dustin's mom toddle away, disappearing into some crevice that will take them back to the comfort of your dresser drawers. Well, that was nice while it lasted. You continue following the tracks left by what you assume to be your fellow humans. They take you up a flight of stairs and you find yourself on the 3rd floor of the estate for the first time. There are more footprints leading all the way down the hallway and into the farthest door. Fuck these boxes. The boxes slide out of the way with a bit of elbow grease. You push past them into the room beyond. Oh shit! Oh. Oh. That's a puppet. Sadness. The room is coldly empty. Sorry, there was just this weird noise in the game, and I think it was just part of the soundtrack or something, but I was just like, what? Okay. The room is coldly empty. The large antique bed is made, its sheets ancient and dusty, but still somehow give off the feeling of tidiness. Even with cobwebs stretched between each corner of its four-poster frame. Desk. You step towards the desk, its drawers practically overflowing with stationery. As you sift through paper, it quickly becomes clear to you whose room this is. There are stacks of bills in Edwardine's name filling nearly every drawer, and even once you manage to get past the layers of envelopes and trifold paper, you hit a permafrost of receipts. It seemed she was doing her best to be meticulous and hold on to any scrap of paper that might possibly be important. But when you reach the bottom drawers, you find something entirely different. Greeting cards, letters, small wrapped packages, some opened, some sealed, some crumpled into a messy balls. You open one of the cards. Both pages are taken up by a handwritten note. Tabby, I hope you're doing well. Not a day goes by that I don't miss you. Hope Perlane treats you to your best Christmas yet. I'm not sure what sort of doodads you're into these days, so I sent a little something that made me think of you. I made sure they were the best shells of the beach. Not sure how rare any of them are, but they're awful pretty. And they've still got that beach smell. And make sure you put it to your ear up to them, too. Doesn't compare to the real thing, but it comes close enough. And in case you think that makes me a cheapskate, I made sure to send along a little cash, too, so you can get yourself something a little nicer than glorified beach trash. Make sure you get Perlane to take you somewhere take you to the nice toy store, because that's where I'd take you if I was there. If you get the time, I'd love to hear from you. I miss you so much, Tabby. I'm always thinking of you. You can come out and visit me any time. I know you've always wanted to see what it's like out east. I've made sure to write out my address on the back of this card, just in case you didn't know how to get a hold of me. Been missing you, my incredible, wonderful, amazing daughter. All my love, Dad. He didn't abandon her. You pull out another from closer to the top of the pile. Happy birthday, Tabby. It's me again, your old dad. It's the big 2-0. I can't believe my daughter is such an adult. In my mind, you're still that bouncy little kid doing cartwheels on the front lawn, telling me what various sounds animals make, like you're the professor of animal sounds. I have no idea if you read these, but I'll keep writing them, even if it sometimes feel like I'm writing them to a ghost. I mean, we haven't spoken in almost 15 years. You're a whole human being now. I have no idea what you're like. I'd like to think we'd get along, though. As always, my address is on the back. I hope you'll decide to come visit me one of these days. I've got a guest room all set up, just in case. It's always ready for you, kid. I love you, and I always will, no matter who you turned out to be. Love, Dad. There are years and years of these. The bottom drawer is almost entirely unopened envelopes dated for when Tabby would have been just a kid, all from him. You pocket a few of the cards. You make your way to the closet. It seems Edwardine kept things neat and orderly, or as neat and orderly as she could, considering the decaying state of this place. You can't help but notice that these dresses look strikingly like the style Tabitha wears. You can imagine Perlane shifting through Edwardine's old trunk of clothes, recycling moth-eaten vintage dresses for her daughter in place of buying anything new. The only thing here besides her clothes and shoes in a box is shoved off to one... I'm just going to take a sip and take another shot at that. The only thing here besides her clothes and shoes in a box shoved off to one side. You pick it up. Wait, the only thing here besides her clothes and shoes in a box shoved off to one side. You pick it up. Okay, that's the only what? Ah. Child-sized overalls, striped shirts, and a small pair of trousers with suspenders still attached. One of those little sailor suits for boys from the 50s we're always wearing. When you pull out the last shirt, a note is revealed, tucked away in the bottom of the box, in a protective plastic sleeve. It's scrawled in almost illegible handwriting, written in some thick brown watery ink that's cracked with age. That looks like blood. It is hard as fuck to write with blood. What the hell? Mommy, I am in here too, and I love you. Your hands tremble, the note somehow making the tips of your fingers feel dirty, even as it sits behind a layer of plastic. You drop it back into the box, once again covering it with the clothes, shoving it back into the recesses of this forgotten closet where it belongs. Let's go back to the hallway. Finished with the tucked away room, you return to the hallway. No, it's middle room time. Let's go. The space was clearly once a nursery, though no child has been in here for a long, long time. I would fucking hope not. Oh, Raggedy Ann! Yeah, I would hope no kid had been in here for a while. A very, very long while. Bookshelf. The top shelf is occupied by antique picture books, Dick and Jane books of nursery rhymes, ancient editions of grim fairy tales. The lower shelves are full of educational material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-orientated books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction and spelling. Your family may have been wealthy, but maybe not in joy. Okay, that's cute though. Also, a kid's handwriting like that? Goddamn. You leaf through a few of the practice workbooks, gently turning the near crumbling pages. Reasons mommy should take... Actually, you know what? Hang on. Hang on, let me mute for a second. Reasons mommy should take me and Maribel to the zoo. We have been good girls and have not cried for a whole week. 2. Maribel says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. 3. I think it would be very fun and mommy would have a good time. All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlett. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by, but something near the back of the book gives you pause. In a section that starts with the prompt, "Today I," Alexandra continues with "Talk to the boy in the wall." Book smart. This last prompt lingers with you. If all of these practice books are the same, you wonder what else you'll manage to find under "Today I." You grab the next copy, opening to the first practice writing page. Today I told the boy in the wall about my family. Then the boy in the wall said he is happy he has a kid to talk to. I am also glad because Maribel is mean to me sometimes and she tells me what to do. He is really nice and I hope he could come out of the wall to play with us soon. Today I told the boy in the wall that I am sad. He was really nice and told me that he knows how to make mommy be nicer to me. He said mommy tucks him in every night and reads him stories and is never mean. And that if I was in the wall, mommy would be nice to me. He said there can only be one kid in the wall, so he will have to switch places with me. But mommy will be nice to me then, so it's okay. Today I ate dinner with mommy. She said she made me special dinner and she sat with me the whole time. And I was a good girl and ate it all. Mommy is proud of me. It was good and good day and I am very happy. Maybe I shouldn't have done the kid voice. This is creepy as fuck and I'm doing the fucking kid voice. The rest of the book is blank. So she got one good day with mom, and I can't imagine what the fuck happened after. Okay. Slight regret of child voice. Creepy ass nursery. Approach the window. You carefully approach the window at the far end of the hall. That sure is a cliff. There's nothing below the window but the tops of distant trees, the ground having crumbled away. The only thing stopping you from plummeting to your death is the straining foundation that still somehow holds this place together. I know it says that's what I'm looking at, but it really just looks like a filthy window. I believe. At least for now. Follow the trail into the farthest room. You continue following the trail of footprints, approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open. The room is starkly empty, save for a rug and a few candelabras. The lack of dusty old boxes and rotting antiques mark it as distinct from the rest of the cluttered, forgotten spaces you'd explored. Yeah, we don't unfortunately have anything to check out these very two distinct things. So 1 second, I gotta sneeze. And this is one of the reasons why you need to do so many playthroughs with so many different abilities, because, well, I mean, I guess you don't have to, but at least with our current setup, we don't get to check out this or this. We just kind of keep going. Also, the music stopped. I don't like that. You continue forward towards the door on the far side of the room. Also, does this look familiar to, like, absolutely anybody and everybody? 'Cause, you know? You exit into a short hallway. There are stairs here, leading back down to the lower floors, but there is also another door. It's hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The doorframe itself is gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. Yeah, anybody, like, this was, you know, obviously exceedingly distorted, but, like, this is... Actually, I think there's more locks since we last saw it, too. Like, ugh. Yeah, we've been here before. Sort of. Kind of. Anyway, we step forward. This was a prison cell. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with the nonsense of desperate clawing. The only window set high in the far wall is fitted with a thick pane of glass, and as if the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. Also, what the fuck? We just stepped in here and my frames are going to hell. Damn, OBS can't handle this shit, apparently. You can't help but notice that the doll from your closet sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It has an extra layer of menace to the already... Alright. Okay, how are you doing, Frames? Because we kind of need you. This is more than a little important. This is... This is kind of important. Okay, I think we're back. Okay. Yeah, and we kind of know who Alexandra is now, too, so... Your eyes are drawn to the massive almost letters dug in as deep into the brick wall as the cell's prisoner could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. Yeah. O-D-A-H-A-C? Oh. Yeah, this is whoever Avery was. And then one final detail grabs you. A metallic glint from the filthy bare mattress. A doorknob. This is what you've been looking for. Was it left here for you? I mean, probably. Mine. As you take it, a sound wraps around you. Music, the tinkling of piano keys, played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. Let's go. You've come this far. Clearly you're meant to go just a little further. Look, as long as the frames hold out, we're going. The crashing of this is all that can stop us. The stairs take you into what you have to assume was once servants' quarters. Network of cramped passageways hidden always behind the expansive rooms of the estate, without so much as a window for illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of the Scarlet Estate, the echoing piano your only companion. Soon enough, you see light again, the sun creeping in through the edges of the nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. Its high ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes Mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard. Oh dear fuck. That room is just leaving. It does not want to be a part of this anymore. That means the locked door to the Forbidden Wing is just down the hall. But you've yet to confront your guide. On second thought, time to get out of here. Finish what you started and find the piano player. We all know who it is, right? Like, I'm guessing, I'm assuming. The musician plays as you move cautiously through the dark. The slope now so dramatic it feels like walking downhill. Jagged remains of floorboarding jutting out like splintered trees. The flow of notes finally stops as you reach an open doorway to what was once a music room. Wayne stands from the bench of a battered grand piano, turning to face you. Okay. That piano should be absolutely fucking out of tune. So, like, I know this is dramatic and everything, but I'm amused by the thought of the fact that he tuned the piano himself. Like, he just decided, I'm gonna tune this piano. I'm gonna be a dramatic fuck. I'm gonna play this music, and I'm gonna tune the piano so I can do this. And, because, yeah, especially after all those years, it will be choking with dust. Absolutely out of tune, so he would have to do that. So now you've seen it, Blaze. He makes his way down the tilted floor towards you. A breeze passes him by, carrying with it the smell from the wound that is his body. Hope you enjoyed the show. Well, not really. I mean, the knowledge is appreciated, but fuck all of that. He stops just a few paces away, and I trust you understand the implications of everything you've seen. Did OBS just disconnect again? Hang on. No? Okay. Sorry, OBS is just having a shit show of itself right now. If you aren't careful and you put your faith in the wrong people, things could go very, very wrong for you. Let me take a sip and think about this. Also, yeah, that side is just the fucking write-off. Alright, let's have conversations. What was with the doll in that room? She liked it, so I liked it too. Yeah. It was nice to see it again after so many years. Who lived in that last room? Wayne cocks his head almost playfully. I did. Oh, the fucking implications. And since she liked that doll, he likes the doll. My guess, because I have absolutely no confirmation on this, is he goes from the entity, that's what it was called, goes from one body to another. And this isn't Wayne, because Wayne was killed for it to inhabit, and that does not seem to be a good thing. I've been in that room a long, long time. Yeah, fuck. Though my being free now is meaningless in the grand scheme of things. The town itself is enough of a prison that I might as well still be stuck behind that door. But at least I'm free enough to warn you. Look, Why? What the hell is wrong with you? You kidnapped me. A moment of weakness. I was impatient. He's just gonna justify it if I do that one. don't strike me as impatient. Days grow short. Take it as a sign that you should be feeling the same urgency. This is genuinely the worst time for the frames to just be shitting themselves. Like, I don't want to end this stream early, but like, fuck. Okay, let's try to keep going. Flirt. Oh, I should get rid of this in here. You're the right person. What do you mean the town is a prison? I can't leave. No one really can. As it stands now, Scarlet Hollow doesn't like letting go of its prisoners. They may be able to cross the town line, but not without paying a price. That can be changed, though. It wasn't always this way. It was never meant to be. We can put an end to it. Why this way? Does Tabitha know about all this? Of course. Why do you think she invited you here? Saving, return. God, but she's my cousin. I love her. She wouldn't... Is that so? Then why didn't she ever speak to you before now? Do you want to bet your freedom on a bond that's less than a week old? Okay, first of all, I fucking get that. Actually, hang on. She didn't know me then. It's different now. We've bonded. Do you think a flimsy bond formed over the course of a week will be enough to stop the generations of expeditions and duty that have fallen onto Tabitha's shoulders? I don't fucking know, man! But I feel like it's right to let Tabitha have a word in this. She's already been said to be better than fucking Perlane, so did you were sitting here, but then again, she didn't have an option. Okay, so, again, my guess is this is why our mother was terrified and wanted to leave, because it would come down to between her child, basically us and Tabitha, who would go behind the wall. And I guess she was terrified that her child, us, would be chosen to go behind the wall, and she didn't want that on us. And with nobody else to go behind the wall, I'm assuming Wayne was put there to kind of attempt to keep things going. I don't know. Again, that is my guess. But it's not working for some reason. If it has to be a certain person, since he's saying it would happen to us too, that Tabitha meant to put us there, I guess he's a placeholder. And a lot could happen in a week. A lot did happen in a week. A person can change within a week. A person can change within 24 fucking hours, my dude. Do you want to bet your freedom on that bond? I also get what he's saying, though. Like, Tabitha will always be a Scarlet. Leave. I've had enough of this place. I want to go home. I'm afraid that's not possible. One way or another, you'll be stuck here. The more you try to leave, the worse the consequences will be. You will have to stay and face what's coming, but you won't have to face it alone. I don't really want to pick somebody, though. Can we call someone about this? Not the police or the National Guard, but, you know, somebody. Don't fucking ask me who, though. This is one of those things that sounds like a good idea, and then You say it aloud, and it's like, what the fuck are the police going to do other than fuck it up? Trust me when I say they wouldn't be able to help. The forces at work at Scarlet Hollow run deep. There's no one person they can arrest, no group of people they can claim and do away with. It is beyond the realm of the flesh. Well, I mean, it's not like they could, arrest Charles Jr. So, I assume they couldn't have. That's also an assumption on my part. Hang on. But I know how to fix everything. I know how to keep you safe for as long as you live. It's not that I don't trust Wade, but everybody, at least a lot of them, just seem to be like, trust me, specifically, individually, and I'm just like, I don't know what to think. This is all too much. I understand. You came from a normal life and walked into a nightmare. I'm sure you're overwhelmed. That is probably the biggest fucking understatement of all time. Ever. Of all time. But a final word, if you'll allow it. The witch holds some of the final pieces. Find her, pry them from her hands, and everything should start falling into place. Your thoughts wander, searching for someone who might fit that description. You draw a blank. Unless you're already starting to forget about her. Memory is a disloyal thing, isn't it? Physical, easily manipulated. But something being missing from your head doesn't mean it's gone from the world. Okay, fucking bye. Before either of you say another word, he vanishes back into the shadows of the Forbidden Wing. Nothing left to you for... Then again, I've been reading for like an hour now. Hour and a half. Nothing left for you to do here but leave. You make your way back to where you woke up and slot the handle into the secret door on the wall. Oh yeah, because I can't go back the other way because it's, you know, there's all that fucking furniture there and it's locked from the outside. Like, the fuck. Oh shit. Yeah, how did I not wake up with to all this going on? Goddamn. It twists, and the door pulls back, and you stumble through your closet and back into your bedroom. You lean against your doorframe, relieved at once again having sturdy, unsloped ground beneath your feet, and moderately clean air to breathe. If I was in my pajamas, he better have gotten my fucking slippers. Otherwise, I am gonna have such fucked up feet right now. Bro, you better have put slippers on my feet. Otherwise, I went barefoot through that entire ordeal, and I am not happy about it. The estate has gotten to you. After the events of this morning, your body burns with a ferocious itch to leave this place behind, to be anywhere but here. You leave in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone, barely even noticing your surroundings as you rush outside, the morning's revelations seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. The cell, the dull, Wayne's insinuation that Tabitha has known about all of this, and even more, that she is partaking willingly in your family's crimes. Not only that, but she has designs for you. Is it true? Fuck yes. I can't jump to any conclusions just yet. I was shown what someone else wanted me to see. That's true. Everything you found in the Forbidden Wing could have been a work of an unreliable narrator. Not that it saves you from the ever-tightening grip of anxiety strangling your lungs. The events of this morning aren't the sort of thing you can casually move to the back of your mind. You have to do something. Okay, this is where we're gonna save, and I'm gonna come back to this point a lot, frames willing. Because again, motherfuckers still Again, more information. Actually, let me just adjust the fan because it cooled off, but it's not that cool. So yeah. We can't do everything, unfortunately. I mean, one of them is to just get the fuck out. Just walk. You can literally try and walk out of here. I am not even kidding. So yeah, we're gonna do some of these. Possibly all of them. Again, frames count depending. Okay, we're apparently going to the library first because that's on top. You're not going anywhere without doing more research, especially not after all the effort you went through to save the library. You're going there before you do anything else. You're out of breath by the time you wind up outside the library, panting as you try to compose yourself before entering. Hello. The library is somewhat less silent than usual. There are sounds coming from the open doorway of the mayor's office upstairs, the shuffling of paper accompanied by a low muttering. You recognize Oscar by a slightly manic laugh that cuts through the murmuring, as uncharacteristic as it is for the librarian. I don't know what you expect me to do about this, Jimmy. I can't exactly talk to the human, can I? And here I thought you were interested in helping the dogs of the town. Or does that only apply to the selected few you deem worthy of help? Jimmy, please. There are much bigger problems around here than whether or not there's a man in your office. Don't you have a house to go back to anyway? What do you need that room for? The office is where I do my important mayoral duties. And it's where the mayoral bed is stored, which happens to be my favorite. So I was upset to find it had been carelessly tossed aside by a madman who tore a hole in the... Oscar, what did you do? That's my wall. He has no right to do that. That is my wall. He has no right to do that. Jimmy, go home to your human, all right? It's dangerous to be wandering around on your own out here, but I can't be your personal bodyguard. You already got one of those. That man has every right to do what he wants with that office. This place is for humans, remember? So do what you're supposed to do and go on home where you'll be safe. Scraps turns and leaves, his claws clicking across the pavement. No wonder they elected me. It's like he doesn't even care about what makes a mayor a mayor. You guys don't wholly know. Mayor Jimmy wanders off, undoubtedly settling in on an inferior bed elsewhere in the library. Wait. It clicks across cement. This is a wood floor. I thought he went outside. Gonna sit all over the place. Make the whole library stink like dog. What, Pixel, why are you gonna make the library stink like dog? You're a cat. How are you gonna manage that? People should make the cat a mayor. Do a way better job. Less stinky. I'm with you, Pixel. I go pat, pat, pat. Hi, Pixel. Screw this. Go somewhere else. Not going upstairs. You climb the stairs and find Oscar amid a scattered pile of old paper and ancient leather-bound ledgers. The mayor was right. There's a big hole in the wall. Yeah! Also, there's a dog bed. Aw, and a little frog. Little frog. Also, who left the mayor here if there was nobody here to take care of them? Or is Oscar supposed to do that, I guess? But he has a human. Whatever. Blaze, excellent. I was hoping I might see you today. Oh, God, you alright? I couldn't sleep at all last night. I kept thinking about the stone and everything it might mean. Whether or not there are more, and how, if there are, they might cause further disasters, which of course means it would be advantageous if we managed to find them before they do what they did here. And then Rosalina mumbled something about rooms being wrong in her sleep, and that just made something click for me. Long story short, okay, aren't you worried about your daughter whispering and mumbling in her sleep? Because that sounds concernicus to me. Anyway, long story short, I decided to start looking through old floor plans for all the buildings in town, and I figured the town hall had already shared all its secrets with us, but as you can see, there is still more to be found. I found a discrepancy in what is now the mayor's office between the initial plans and how it stands today. So I started knocking on walls, like in all the movies, and lo and behold, an honest-to-God secret room, some old storage closet that's been sealed away behind the wallpaper for a century, full of old holler secrets with your family at the center of it all. There are building plans for all these locations around town, the town hall included, where there's clearly been extra work done to bury things in the foundations. Okay, once again, the frames are taking a nosedive. Also, if anyone doesn't want to deal with the shitty frames, it's very understandable. I'm going to be piecing this together later to go up as a, whole video on YouTube later. Hopefully it'll be better. Or at least in one piece. I was a part of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project run by Enoch in the period following the Shaw mine collapse.
You don't say.
And more than that, I found what I think are models of what was supposed to be buried and where, like this. Oh shit. Oscar produces a small stone object. Its details are simpler, less refined. But this is unmistakably a model of a stone carving, though whether or not it's one you've seen already eludes you. Wait, really? I mean, I don't think we've seen that one already. This is one of the carvings you described to me the other day, isn't it? I wonder what they're supposed to be. Was Enoch at the helm of a secret society running Scarlet Hollow back in the day? Is there still a secret society running Scarlet Hollow now? And to add to that mystery, there's this name I've seen repeated throughout these documents. Verena. She seems to be deferred to as an authority, which of course stuck out to me, as there weren't a lot of women involved in government or construction or that sort of thing back then. Consulted Verena. Verena requested that this change or that, so I went looking for more information on this person, but I wasn't able to find any records of her anywhere. No birth certificates, death certificates, property purchases, marriages, divorces, nothing at all. I suppose she may have lived off the grid. There are probably plenty of people who lived and died with no record that they ever were, but I have to admit, it's curious, isn't it? It's more than a little curious, my guy. You would not believe what I just found. What's his office back? Actually, I found some things about Verena in the estate this morning. Let me explain the insane morning that I just had. Explain to Oscar what you were able to take away from the vials hidden away in Enoch's secret study. Old vials? Fascinating. There's no use denying the existence of magic. This was clearly some type of one-way communication system with built-in mechanism to destroy itself if it fell into the wrong hands. Thank you for just rolling with this, and yeah. And there's two names, Verena and Maeve. It would seem that this Maeve is older than Enoch, and she was who he turned to after a disaster. I assume the collapse of the Shaw mine. Then she disappears with Verena taking her place, and it would seem that Enoch and Verena have had a falling out, with her apparently trying to undermine him. But for what reason, I wonder? Miss Maeve, could Verena be a pseudonym? I mean, yeah, that wouldn't be very hard. Maybe Maeve is the one in the town records and I was looking for the wrong name. You didn't happen to find anything else, did you? Any bit of information right now helps. Let me explain to you the rest of the shit that happened. You recount everything you experienced in the estate, the whole harrowing adventure, culminating in the horrible little cell you found hidden away, and your encounter with Wayne. All these little puzzle pieces have to come together, and it's showing us a picture of your family, of Enoch, right at the heart of the Scarlet Hollow's problems. Let me explain. Okay, your turn to info dump. The way I see it, these carvings are clearly tied to the incidents that have been happening in town, This week, there was a stone in the basement of the annex, which, it would seem, was built for the sole purpose of extending the town hall enough to cover the installation site. And of course, there was the stone installed in the Shaw mine once it had been dug out. And then there was a collapse in there. Wait. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. The thing happened after they just dug it back out and put the stone. How did he convince people to go back in there to put the stone in there? What the fuck? Maybe it's just correlative. But correlation is the only tool we really have at the moment. Assuming I'm right about all this, there are 3 more locations, which means we have 3 opportunities to preempt something catastrophic.
About that.
My notes indicate the likely locations are Dr. Kelly's clinic, the church, and one of the old farmhouses. I believe it's the Tremaine property. Though of those 3, the farm seems like the most accessible. I assume a practical woman like Dr. Kelly would need some convincing before we could tear down any walls, and we'd probably need heavy machinery for the carving at the church. I don't know how long it would take to get our hands on an excavator. Maybe that's something your cousin would be able to help with. Intriguing. That would also mean involving her. I've already been to the clinic! I've already been to the clinic! You quickly bring Oscar up to speed on the events that transpired last night. Oh my god. If I hadn't waited, if only I'd found all of this sooner, back when the bloodstain first appeared in my daughter's carpet. Imagine what could have been avoided. Possibly nothing. We don't know. I mean, yes, it could have gone better. Genuinely. Maybe a lot of this could have been preemptive. But also maybe this could have blown up in your face. I don't know. But I can't change the past, thank you. All I can do is work even harder to try and make up for lost time. What a shame about the Kelly kid, but it sounds like the doctor knew the best course of action. Maybe when all this is over and we've managed to break whatever curse is holding this town in its grip, he'll be back to the way he was. Oscar pauses, his eyes drifting towards the door. We have to hope it can all get better. I absolutely fucking understand that, dude. Wayne wanted me to find a witch. This Verena seems to fit the bill. Fortunately, if there's nothing in the records, there isn't a meaningful avenue to explore with her. No threads to follow. She probably died a long time ago. If she were still alive, she'd have to be well over 100 years old. Would anybody be surprised about that by now? Dude, there was a dead ghost in your basement. Fucking dead ghost. There was a dead ghost in your... And there was a dead... There's a dead ghost in your basement. I suppose a witch could live a long time. Who's to say? Fucking dead ghost. But I'm not sure I'm ready to entertain that sort of thinking. I've still got my feet planted too firmly in reality. The fuck you do not! Oscar, did you listen to me about the estate? I feel like you're barely taking what I told you seriously. There's a lot more going on than just ancient history here. I'm taking all this extremely seriously. I would hope the hole I made in the wall shows just how dedicated I am to fixing all of this. Well, yes! Of course I'll be looking into everything else you shared with me. But those are secondary areas of research and things that don't require an in-person investigation. If you're afraid of your cousin, just avoid her. You come back to the library after you find the next carving if that helps. You don't need to stay at the estate. Dude, can I just give you a hug? Also, in case Tabitha's not whatever, can she come too, please? Because I don't think anybody should be going to the estate. Okay, also, it's like how he's like, you can just avoid your cousin. I mean, I guess technically the town is big enough for me to just fucking avoid it, but, actually, I wonder if that's a course of action, because you've also got to take into consideration the fact that, like, there are so many options in this game. I wonder if avoiding Tabitha, you could just avoid Tabitha in her entirety. Because I'm willing to bet that's a possibility. I mean, I don't know how much, of course, but besides the point. 5 locations. Do you think that's all of them? And so I don't see why we would doubt that. All of this was hidden away, untouched. If someone had tried to cover their tracks, I doubt they'd leave anything for us to find in the first place. That's a good point. Also, it kind of corroborates with what I saw on the estate. How do you... So, what the fuck do you mean about heavy machinery for the church? The schematics seem to suggest it won't be accessible from inside the building itself. There's a mention of the pastor at the time giving them troubles, so they installed it using a tunnel system to bypass his permission. Also, again, genuinely don't know this with any certainty, but I'm guessing we're gonna have to go to Tetanus Lake, or Tetanus Lake? I forgot. The mound of garbage or something. It looks to me like the tunnels are under what the kids... Oh. Well, fuck. Okay. Thank you for confirming that for me, Oscar.
You need to play this game more than once. You find so much fucking information and I love it.
Also, sorry, I keep getting distracted by the dogs on the walls and just... This is such a little guy, because look how... Oh, he's so old. Anyway, it looks to me like the tunnels are under what kids call Tetanus Lake. I at least remembered the name right. Or at least that's what we called it back in my day. People have been treating it like a trash heap for decades. It's all rusted cans and broken bottles. If we want to access any of it, we'll need serious equipment. Or Pastor Daniel's permission to tear up the pulpit, which I assume will result in much the same argument as the pastor had with Enoch 100 years ago. I don't fucking know about that dude, especially with all the shit going on at the moment. Be like, hey, you know all the hab that's been... Sorry, I got distracted by something. Hang on 1 second. What the fuck is that? Hang on, I'm gonna be right back. Sorry about that. I am now back. There was just for, whatever reason, a small spider, I guess, you know, just descending from the ceiling over there, and I thought, like, there was just, like, this weird thing just hovering in the air, and I'm like, that's not how that works. It is, of course, now gone. But also, just, what the fuck, little guy? What... You were just, like, in the middle of everything. Like, I know my apartment isn't that small, but also, like, for a spider, you were taking up the hugest space between ceiling and floor. Like, why didn't you pick a corner or something? But, anyway. Or get Pastor Daniel's permission to tear up the pulpit, which I assume will result in much the same argument that Pastor had with Enoch 100 years ago. Well, he wanted to put something in, we want to take something out. I heard Julius's place is booby-trapped. What if I have more to worry about from him than the stone? I've heard that rumor too, but I've always had my doubts. He has to live there, doesn't he? How booby-trapped could it be if he has to walk around without worrying about stepping on nails or whatever? It just means he can turn them off and put them back on again? I suppose I understand the fear about his reputation. He's not the friendliest man in town, but if you knock politely and mind your manners, I'm sure he'll at least be willing to talk for a few seconds. Long enough to explain why you're there. Mr. Gutierrez? I think maybe you forgot, but I asked a little while ago if you could come help me with Rosalina's medicine? Because I think it's wearing off and she's having a lot of trouble. She's saying some really weird stuff. I mean, she's been saying weird stuff since yesterday, but now it's getting, like, really weird. Like in movies where people do drugs and see spirals and stuff. And I know there's a lot of rules about medicine, and I don't remember what they are, or which ones she's supposed to have every 3 hours or every 12 hours, and I really don't want to mess up. Sure, I can walk you through it again. The ones with the yellow sticker are every 3 hours. Can you just come and do it? The last couple of times I came up to ask, I forgot everything by the time I was down there. And I think she also really needs some food, but all you have is onions, and I don't know what to do with those. Anybody else, like, really fucking concerned right now? Because I'm fucking concerned right now. Look, I'll be done in just a minute, I promise. In the meantime, why don't you just call the doctor and see if she can walk you through it? It's not like I'm the expert anyway. It's probably good to double check. You're the adult, Oscar! And after we get Rosalina sorted, I'll give you some cash so you can run to the gas station for some snacks for both of you. We can have pizza for dinner, if your parents haven't come to pick you up by then. How does that sound? Okay. Alexis wanders back downstairs. Jesus, I keep losing track of time. Clearly I need to get my head out of the clouds, at least long enough to get some parent time in. Now, where is that map? He rifles through his papers, searching. He finds what he's looking for and hands it to you. It's a map of Scarlet Hollow. The best route to Julius Tremaine's farm is down Main Street, then turn into the first dirt road and keep going. But the map should help you keep things straight. Good luck out there, Blaze. I really hope it's not too bad. We're working towards something now. I know we can solve this if we just collect as much data as we can. Our character seems very frustrated with Oscar. I don't really want to yell at him. I kind of want to yell at him though. Take care of your Dosker. Dosker? Fuck's sake, hang on. Take care of your daughter, Oscar. Take care of your daughter, Oscar. I'll handle the farms. Or of course I will. God knows I could use a break anyway. Good luck out there, Blaze. It's been a hard week, but I know we'll make it through now that we have a clearer understanding of things. I'll be here when you get back, ideally with a plan to access the church. Go take care of your daughter! You leave Oscar to his research and make your way back to Main Street, map in hand. Where could you possibly turn next? Heavy and hauling to walk, escaping from the farms. Let's see if we can go see Tabitha. Oh, I was gonna do other stuff though. Fuck. Okay, we're here now. We're just going. I may go back and do more, but right now we're just going. The events of this morning beg for an immediate confrontation. By the time you notice where your legs are taking you, you're already en route for the Scarlet Mines. You stumble down the road, your panicked thoughts directing themselves like a pointed arrow towards your destination. Things will make sense again, just as soon as you get to where you're going. You find yourself back at the gates of the Scarlet Mines. The strike seems to be continuing on, though its growth feels stunted. Morale seems low amongst the sorry line of picketing miners. You don't have to deal with the striking miners if you don't want to. Sal's computer had the handy little map of the mines, and you still remember where the gap in the fence is supposed to be. You could sneak in. I'm just gonna save again. There's no need to sneak around a few angry miners. Maybe if you tell them everything you found, it's even possible they'll help you. Hey, look who's back. Heads up. Headed up there to see your cousin? Good. We've got a message we'd like to pass along. You can let her know that if she isn't willing to sit down and have a conversation, I'll be bringing my speakers with me bright and early tomorrow morning. We can make her life a living hell. No, you know what? I'm starting to think it over. Who's trying to think? Oh. Do any of you want to wind up like that Wayne guy? No, I don't think so. I'm starting to think the other fellows were right for being too scared to stick it out. We'd better just let ourselves get hammered in, or we might get sanded down. You know what I'm saying? We just need more time. More folks will come around. I know they will. You said that last night too, so where are they? How long are we supposed to wait? It's been 24 hours. I understand. But it has been 24 hours. Strikes usually go for a lot longer than this. Wait, you okay? You don't look so good. Damn, I could just... whatever. I'm fine. I just need to see my cousin. Don't let us stop you. Yeah, just make sure you tell her we still mean business. I potentially salute you. I guess. The miners watch you as you step past the gate, making your way up towards your cousin's office. You could just tell them fucking everything. Here you are outside of your cousin's office. The only thing left to do is go inside. You walk up to Tabitha's trailer and knock on the door. You wait for a moment. What is it now? Come in. You enter your cousin's office to find her seated at her desk, shotgun in hand, eyeing its mechanisms with focused intent. You're more than familiar with this firearm. It was only last night that you saw your cousin use it to deadly effect. You have no idea how much she knows about what you found in the Forbidden Wing, but you're ready to give her the benefit of the doubt. Unfortunate that you had to wade through that crowd of angry miners again today. They'll just let me in. But they'll be gone soon enough. They underestimate how long I'm willing to wait. Come next week, they'll have tired themselves out and will be back to business as usual. In fact, better than usual. So what made you decide to come and bother me today? Start crying! Oh. Oh. You! Fuck you! Oh, time plant. No, you! Fucking... if you're Enoch anyway, fuck you. Oh. What's with the gun? In case you forgot about last night's misadventure, I used it, which means I have to clean it and inspect it. No, I didn't forget, Besides, in case you hadn't noticed, there's a large group of desperate people digging their own graves right outside my office. Please don't shoot people, Tabitha. Wait, no, that makes it sound like I was going to shoot them. It did! They're just desperate, and you never know what desperate people are capable of until they're backed into a corner. Okay. A rare life lesson I learned from Perlane. Do well to learn it. I'm back to being concerned. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Why are you here? I hate this. I hate this. Fuck. I know about about the family secrets, Tabitha. It's time for us to finally talk. What family secrets? She looks more nervous than you've ever seen her. Yes, okay, we'll talk. Whatever it is you found, we'll sort it out. I'll tell her about... I talked to Oscar this morning. He found a stash of old documents in the wall of the mayor's office that seemed to point to the locations of more stone carvings. I don't see how this pertains to shit, but okay. So the librarian damaged town property and is now going nuts over a bunch of old documents. And you're taking his ravings at face value. More importantly, you're suggesting that there are more of these things, and I assume more implying that we should go looking for them. Do you want more seizures? Do you want brain damage? What if the next one gives you an aneurysm? You don't know, and that's ignoring the fact that there's always some insane nonsense going on around them. That's also bad. They're important, Tabitha, and I think you know that. Tabitha is silent for a few seconds, slowly formulating a response. Think whatever you want to think, but I'd rather not spend time and energy preoccupying myself with a bunch of old and buried rocks. I found these letters from your dad stashed away in a drawer. My dad? But why would he... No, you're wrong. He never sent me anything. He's not that kind of person. There's a lot more, too. Years worth. You slide the cards you took from Edwardine's room across the Tabitha's desk. He wanted me to visit? There is a glimmer in Tabitha's eye, just for a second, but she blinks it away, anger flooding back in. This doesn't mean anything. Perlane knew him better than I ever did. She never had a good word to say about him, not once. It's easy to send letters once a year. It's easy to write little notes on stupid kitschy cards to someone you don't know, pretending it's someone you care about. But he didn't come back, did he? Perlane was protecting me. She knew what he was really like. Neither of us should trust any of the Scarlets who came before us. Is this why you came here? To show me this? To try and turn me against the family that stayed? The women who raised me? You don't even know them. You don't know anyone. All you've heard is stories. But doing this, it doesn't sound like her. It does sound like her, doesn't it? Yeah, from what you've told me. Stories you've told me. Look. Is this all you came here to do? To try and get me to turn on my dead mother 2 days before I'm supposed to bury her? No. What are you doing with that gold in your greenhouse? There was this cell, Tabitha, in the Forbidden Wing. So you've been into the Forbidden Wing, where I told you not to go. Feels like a fucking boss battle. It was hidden away. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's been used recently. You shouldn't have gone in there. Clearly it's made you upset. You could have fallen and broken your neck or something. Why didn't you just listen to me? At least this might scare you off from doing it, going in again. There's just nothing worth finding, just a bunch of cobwebs and bad memories. Whatever this room is that freaked you out, it was probably just storage. I want to talk about the boy in the wall. The boy in the wall? What is that, a movie or something? Alexandra Scarlet mentioned him in a practice writing book. Multiple times she talked about swapping places with him. A practice writing book? Oh, I see. Well, that's irrefutable evidence, I guess. A few sentences a bored kid wrote in some workbook from over a half a century ago. Be real, Blaze. Even if there was some squatter living in the walls back then, he's probably dead now. And after what we went through this week, I thought we were done worrying over ghosts. That's why I'm worried about the ghosts. Tabitha! They don't leave! Can we still talk about Alexandra Scarlet, though? It's not going to be much to say. Grandma Eddie never talked about her. Painful memories, I guess. She and Enoch died on the same day. Don't you think that's a bit suspicious? Not really. Grandma Eddie said they were out walking together and they both fell down a ravine. If you knew anything about the mountains, you know there's nothing suspicious about that. And it's a little late for forensics at this point anyway. Why? It was a tragedy, but anyone who knew or cared about either of them outside of some vague familial connection is dead. Nobody's left to give us any evidence to suggest what that your suspicions, whatever they might be, have any basis in reality whatsoever. I found her doll in the cell. It had to have been placed there. Can you stop calling that creepy room of yours a cell? The estate is not a prison, it's a house. Anyway, I don't know why you'd think it was placed, or rather it was just stored in what was probably a storage room, but even if it was, you do know the dolls are inanimate, right? They don't come to life and walk around, so somebody, probably your stalker, put it there, maybe to freak you out. It sounds like it worked. There's so much internal screaming right now. Wayne was interested in her doll. A grown man was interested in a kid's doll? See, he's a creep. And why do you know that? Are you having daily check-ins with the guy? Because you shouldn't. Like I said, he's just creepy. He was in my room last night. He moved me in the morning. Tabitha, I am not doing this. This is him. I hate everything. I hate everything. What is he really? He's obviously isn't human, Tabitha. He's human. He's the thing that I already forgot the name of. It's not helpful to see him as anything but that. Humans are flawed. They want things, and they'll manipulate people to get those things. They'll say anything it takes. Excuse me if you heard that. He says he was the occupant of the cell in the Forbidden Wing. Not this again. Look, just stop talking to him. I mean it. He is talking to me. I don't know how you can stand to be around that guy long enough to hear him out, but I think you need to start asking yourself why he's so hell-bent on getting us to turn on each other. And ask yourself what might happen once he finally has you all on your own. Do you think you'll go off skipping together into the daisies? Really? According to him, no one's able to leave this town, and I think he means that literally. No. Do you just believe anything someone says to you? I'm trying to get information from you. It's just a small town, that's all. Small towns do that to people. They get stuck. That's what he meant. He's just a freak who always says things in an overdramatic way. You should have put that together by now. He seems to think you're planning on locking me away in the Forbidden Wing. Tabitha waves her hand, motioning desperately for everything to stop. Our family has done terrible things, Blaze. Is that what you want me to say? Is that what you want me to admit? Fine, I admit it, but I'm part of that family you hate so much. And those terrible things were all done for a reason. There's a legacy. There's a whole economy at stake here. The mines have to keep running. They put food on people's tables. People who otherwise wouldn't get to eat. There are entire generations here who have gotten to lead decent, comfortable lives because the mines keep running. And don't you dare try to tell me that's how hard the work is. I know how hard it is. But this isn't just the mines we're talking about. It's their wives, it's their kids. Every single person you've met this week, even the ones who hate me, all of them depend on on me keeping the mines running. And the only way they've kept running has been through the suffering of a handful of people. A handful of Scarlets. Tabitha's voice has become gradually quiet, mournful. Isn't it worth that little bit of pain if it keeps the wheels turning? Just for another decade or two? Just a little longer? She slides slowly down in her chair, deflating as if collapsing under some weight. She lets out a long, pained sigh. Fuck! Fuck! Forget about all this. You need to find the rest of those stone carvings, right? I know where to find more. We'll go together. The last 2 Scarlets, right? She can't hold it together anymore. The cracks in her facade of icy stoicism have become too much. It breaks completely, and the tears finally flow. I guess I didn't realize how tired I was, dealing with this on my own. Oh shit. Whatever. Talk to me, Tabitha. What's actually going on? You clearly know things that I don't. I'm not used to talking about this stuff. Don't rush me. It's probably just better if you see most of it for yourself anyway. But you could trust me now. I mean it. Sorry, just... a week. One flimsy week. And a lot can happen in a week. It's okay. You're not alone anymore. Tabitha glances away, hiding a fresh bout of tears. Stop being all nice! I can't stand it! No! You can't fucking make me! Come on. We're going. You leave your cousin's office together. Her usual tense posture has melted into furtive exhaustion, the look of a cornered animal at the end of of a hunt, ready to strike out and defend herself with all she has. You start towards her car. Ah, fuck! Okay. But you don't make it 2 steps. Sorry, I'm genuinely crying right now. God damn this game. And I mean that in the most positive way. But you don't make it 2 steps before you're met with an unfortunately familiar face. Hey, excuse me, ma'am? What? What do you want? So sorry to bother you, Miss Scarlet, but I was actually here to, well, you see, I'm here on police business regarding Blaze. Could you speed this up, please? I'm here to apprehend the suspect. He says, smiling, like he wants a reward for this. Sorry, itchy ear. The suspect? My cousin. My cousin. Officer, I assume you haven't forgotten who I am in the last 2 seconds. No, ma'am. Tabitha Scarlet, owner of the Scarlet Mines. Of course I know who you are. Ma'am. Then you must know it wouldn't be a very good idea to test my patience by threatening my last remaining family member with an arrest. Do you know that? Affirmative, ma'am, but I don't serve the Scarlets. I serve the town, and being a Scarlet by blood doesn't protect anyone from the law. Okay, so you're going to arrest my cousin anyway. On what charges, exactly? I'm still investigating the death of Duke Calloway, and your cousin is the prime... So you have no evidence. I have plenty of... The officer's radio crackles to life. Franklin, pick up. Pick up already. We ain't got all day, boy. Hang on, I gotta blow my nose from crying so much. Oh, don't mind me. Sheriff, I'm actually just in the middle of a discussion with Miss Scarlet trying to apprehend. Your thug is trying to arrest my cousin on false charges. Everybody quiet. I don't want to hear it. We've got a situation we need you for, Franklin. So get down to the farmhouse pronto. Got ourselves a possible 187 brewing. 10-4. How lucky, officer. Because, let me tell you, if you laid a single hand on Blaze's head, I would not have rested until I had your badge in my hand and your ass on the curb. It's a shame we're all headed to the same place. I have business up at the farm. Miss Scarlet, this sounds like it might be a very serious situation. I don't think it wise for any civilians to get involved. Franklin, quit pussy... How is he still hearing this without the button being held? Franklin, quit pussyfooting around up there. I don't give a shit if somebody's following along. We need you here ASAP. Fine. Whatever the sheriff says goes, but bring your cousin. We'll finish this later. The officer hurries back to his car, leaving you with your freedom preserved, at least for the time being. I hope me doing that means something to you. More than this game would probably let me elaborate on right now. She says nothing else before walking to her car and motioning for you to follow, and you do, slipping into the passenger seat. The two of you ride in near silence, following the sirens all the way to the farms on the edge of town. Tabitha, the ever-cautious driver, loses Franklin almost as soon as he turns on the sirens. As the twin farmhouses come into view, you realize it wouldn't have mattered whether you knew there was a stone here or not, because you feel it now. Your ears ring, your mind swims, trying to detach you from the solidity of the car's leather seat beneath you. Just as always, everything. A tingling at the back of your skull, an urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward with the threat that might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like something crying out, and its call will only stop once you've found it and given it what it needs. But as you step into the fresh air, you find yourself having to dig in your heels to stop from taking another step forward, your teeth grinding restlessly as you try to ignore the invisible eager thread tugging at your chest. God damn, that cop drives fast. That's a cop. Hey, you okay? You're feeling that thing in there, aren't you? I feel it too. Just keep your cool, okay? No can do, Tabaroony! Doing my best. Really hard. Okay. Blaze? Tabitha? Hi! What the hell are you two doing here? You know this is an active crime scene, right? We do now. Yeah, we followed Franklin here. Okay, technically. It's complicated. So they all went into that crazy farmhouse, right? Farmer's house, right? It sounds like it. Yeah, first the sheriff went in alongside that white deputy, the one with the sunglasses. But then something happened and there was a gunshot and this awful shrieking. Weren't like no creature I ever heard. That's when the other deputy, the black one, he ran in and the door shut behind him. Nobody's come out since. Shit. Tabitha, you're not thinking of going in there too, are you? I'm guessing Franklin's already inside. Well, she mentioned the guy with glasses. That's only Franklin, so. That's why we came here, Joanne. Why did I say it like that, Joanne? The talking is just noise. Their words don't matter. There's a humming in your head, almost like a voice, one you can just barely make out. But you know it will be clearer the closer you get to the stone. You start wandering up the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Hey, Blaze, slow down. It's dangerous in there, remember? I am trying. Oh, come on. Come on. Blaze, stop. But you continue forward. You barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. It's gonna be alright, Irma. We'll get Bo out of there, I promise. It's fucking Bo. And now you're inside. Okay. Absolute, complete, and utter warning. From here on out. There is blood. There is a corpse we're going to see in a minute. At least one, possibly more. I don't know what this path is going to give us. But we are literally going to see a dead man. He is dead. Absolutely fucking dead. There is an axe in his face. I can tell you when the scene changes, obviously. So, you know, you can keep listening. Don't have to see. I will describe the scene so you can make up your mind yourself as to whether or not you want to see the brand new scene. Because I don't know if you'll want to see that either. But a heads up. Shit is going to get so very fucked. The second I hit spacebar. Okay? About to hit spacebar. This is your heads up. Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe, attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling, is embedded in his face, holding up his corpse in an imitation of life. Jesus! Careful, Joanne. There are traps all over this damn place. This whole guy is really crazy, huh? Who the hell put something like that in their house? Past the body, you can see a giant... Oh, shit, yeah. The fucking giant pumpkin. Through the door to the garage, cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor, seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs, leading to the basement stairs. What the hell is going on here? Derrickson, is the doctor here yet? We need a medical professional down here. His voice is coming from the basement. That's where you need to be. He's been shot, John. I think you'd better call somebody. The doctor's here. Julius, you should come down. You should let the doctor... Taking a sip. Shit, I'm running out of water. There's so much left to happen. The doctor's here. Julius, you should let her... Sorry, this is Avery. The doctor's here? Julius, you should let her come down. You don't really want the officer to die down here, do you? I'm not the one blocking the stairs. I'm not the one you gotta convince. It won't be blocked for you. The stone wants you here. Everybody shut up. Avery, that's your name, right? Get pressure on that wound. Yes, ma'am. Get away from him, kid. But the doctor... I don't care. Let him bleed. You're only making problems for yourself, Tremaine. Dr. Kelly quickly pulls out her phone. Damn it, there's no signal here. I've got to step outside. You keep holding that wound, and no one else had better die while I'm gone. The doctor pulls at the door, but a weave of fibrous tendrils hold it shut. It would seem that the same forces that let all of you in refuse to let anyone out. Are we stuck here? What the hell are we supposed to do now? But you already know what to do. You're vaguely aware that Officer Derrickson is trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step. You reach the basement door and start to claw at the weird fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they relent under your touch, welcoming you down below. Who the hell? Yep. Hi, Avery. Oh, I thought he was wearing a skirt for a second. Also, okay. And down I go. So you tried to undermine me, which I should have known you'd try to find a way around the rules. You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before it gets any worse. It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like that would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants a less broken body, it can have one. Then we'll see if it feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. You absolutely gave Teddy the broken body to the fucking... I've already forgotten it again, god damn it. The entity. Hey. Everybody still alive? Okay, so the scene has shifted. We saw the top of the stairs for a moment. We saw Avery. We saw one of the sheriffs. We saw feet, likely bows, and Julius holding a gun. Now, the scene has shifted. Right now it's blurry, so you can't see anything. However, okay, again, I'm going to describe what's happening, and you get to decide whether or not you want to visually tune back in on this. Bo is here. Bo has a plant attached to him. Roots digging in. And it's trying to eat him alive. Basically. We are going to see that. If you do not want to see that, don't tune back in. Again, I will... This is just going to keep getting worse. Please keep this in mind. This is... we're obviously going to pick and try and find, stuff, but... Yeah. Everybody still alive? Tabitha coughs. I think I broke something. Yeah, me. Did you have to fall right into the gunshot wound? Ow. Right into the gunshot wound. Fucking hell. Fucked everyone over. Even the witch. The witch? Sybil? Fucking she send you? She trick you into taking her side in all this? I have yet to take a side other than Tabitha's. Fuck, I'm gonna have to get more water in a minute. Guess I should have known I probably wasn't the only one whose life she decided to fuck with. But all that ends now. I'm in charge here, and I'll get what I was promised. Hey man, calm down. It's all good. Speak for yourself. Yeah, you were shot. You are not doing well. Your vision finally focuses, and your mind is once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the room. The man, Julius, holds a gun in a silent threat. Franklin clutches a nasty wound in his side, blood spilling out onto the dirt floor of the unfinished basement. That's not his side, but that's nitpicking. And in the corner, his bow. Something is attached to him, the source of the awful noise. It stutters with pained inhalations. Bo is still breathing, but he doesn't look well. He really fucking doesn't. The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. Blaze, we can't get to you. The door's sealed shut. Even as she yells to you, her voice is faint, barely audible and behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. Let's bring the Scarlets up to speed, Julius. They look a little shells. Okay, I've unfortunately got to leave you with this horrific scene. I'm at least gonna put the beer right back up. I'm out of water. I need hydration. Feel free to for y'all to get a snack too and everything. Get some water yourselves, but I need hydration. I'm gonna be right back. Okay. A short little thing as always. Also, I can hear that heartbeat. Where do I fucking begin? Alright. So the witch, I caught her doing some shit she shouldn't have been doing. And she offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. Always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to right that injustice. Only it obviously didn't quite go the way it was supposed to. Calloway's interfered just like always. Made it so I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready. He came out hungry. Too hungry for me to handle. kept trying to get at me, so I had to hole up down here. Been stuck since fucking Wednesday night. Damn roots won't let me leave. They've plugged up the drain, so I haven't been able to call that witch and get her to make things right. But I'm a man of preparedness. I figured I could wait it out until Bo here decided to trespass. Guess he lost a tussle with my boy, and the two of them wound up down here with me. That about sums it up. I guess in the end it's only fair. A son for a son. How is that fair? You're not giving up anything. You're taking somebody else's child. God's sake, man. Birth ain't ever pretty, is it? It's not like doing it the old-fashioned way is all sunshine and roses. Just hope he winds up looking more like a person when he's done cooking. So you blackmailed a witch for a magic bean so you could grow a boy? And you thought it was gonna work out for you? Watch what you fucking say to me. Yeah, I'm the problem here. I don't give a shit about your story, Tremaine. None of that gives you a reason to shoot a cop. Self-defense, castle doctrine. That's not how that works. Look, I don't want to side with the cop, but that's not how that works. Avery, what the fuck is happening? You don't have to answer, kid. I don't need my business explained to every stranger who decides to pay me a visit. It's okay. Blaze has been through a lot of stuff like this lately. She must be an expert at this point. He's not fucking wrong, to be perfectly honest. So Julius hatched a baby out of the pumpkin, the really big pumpkin. You probably saw it upstairs, and then he was stuck in the basement for a couple of days while it was upstairs, crawling around looking for food. Then, unfortunately, Bo showed up. All I heard was some yelling and crashing around up there, then I wound up with this shit on my hands. So I called the kid to try and help me out, sort it out. That's me, Julius. Sorry, that's me. Julius thought my plant experience would come in handy. I can't say it's been that helpful, though. I feel like the baby is freaking out more than ever. Getting it out of Bo without killing him doesn't seem easy or possible. Would it have been easier if anybody in town hadn't decided to show up and invite it? And why is he shot? All I did was walk in. Can't just walk into a man's house and expect to have a run of the place. You're getting ready to pull out your gun. I was defending myself. Why should I care? I mean, I don't know why I should care, but I do care, so I don't feel like saying that. You need to let Bo go. There's no letting him go anywhere. Listen, clearly you need something. You woke up talking about the witch. You want to know where she is? I can tell you how to find her. If none of you does anything stupid, then I'll tell you what I know. Sound fair? The conversation is interrupted by Bo shifting uncomfortably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. So what? We're just supposed to just wait until Calloway kid dies? That's exactly right. My kid gets born and we all forget this ever happened. Wait for something to happen? No. Fuck. Okay. Is there really no way we could separate him from Bo? Maybe if we offer him something better. This ain't a debate. Shut up or I'll shut your mouth for you. I don't know, Julius. I still think there's something we're missing, and if Blaze thinks so too, maybe it's worth talking about again. That's why I'm here in the first place, right? To come up with some other solution? You and I already decided... It sounds like you decided this, Julius, not Avery. And you and I already decided this was the best. That discussion was had and done with before anybody else showed up. I really don't think so. Maybe if we let Dr. Kelly in here, she can help. We might save Bo without killing your son thing. I don't know if Julius is the one you have to convince. The baby's pretty freaked out right now. It's been getting worse since everybody started coming in. It's trying to protect itself. That's right, my boy's got excellent instincts for self-preservation. Okay, but what if it's a girl? So unless he decides to let her come down here, we'd best leave it be. Life is unfair to use. Unfair to use, so you, what, kill a man over it? I'm not killing anybody, I'm just standing here. It's not like I did a single thing to Bo. He trespassed onto my property. Everybody knows not to do that. What happened to him is his problem. What about me? You shot me. Save your breath, asshole. Maybe you won't die so quick. So someone accidentally seeing something he shouldn't have seen means he should die then, is that right? Forget about the people who loved him. Let the trespasser die. Because, what? You wanted a grandkid? He didn't mean to stumble into all this. He just wound up in the wrong place at the wrong time because he cared too much about his girlfriend. He has a girlfriend? Who's the girlfriend? Girlfriend? I mean... I'm sorry, I shouldn't have left. I mean, Pumpkin. Oh, Tabitha, please. Girlfriend? I mean, Pumpkin. Okay. Okay. Bo squirms with discomfort. The baby seems to be digging deeper. Okay, we have I'm willing to bet a time limit on this. Clearly betrayed you. This doesn't seem to be like what she promised, does it? Damn it, none of you people have any patience. He needs time. He needs food. It can't be easy making a baby this way. It's not easy making it the normal way either, from what I hear. But isn't it still beautiful? Even the way it is now? Not while it's eating somebody, Avery. It's eating him alive. You should be horrified. The cop is right. The thing is obviously an abomination. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he wasn't eating somebody. Or up to me, I'd just kill the thing and be done with it. Do you honestly think this whole situation gets a happy ending? That's why you're gonna sit in that corner until I say otherwise. Don't need anybody stepping in to pull some hero shit. Got it? Oh god, we need to step in and do some hero shit and somehow not get shot. What kind of man lets another man make his sacrifices for him? How would you know about being a man? Grow a pair, then tell me how you feel. My character has the ability to make babies unless something is up with that, like it is possibly up with Tabitha. Like, you do need a man to do half of it, or at least, fertility clinic or whatever. But, like, I'm pretty sure if I had balls, you would just fucking tell me the same shit. Or that I don't have them. You know I'm a man, Julius, and I think you're a coward. Correction, Franklin, you're a pig, not a man. You sold your soul for some donuts and a shiny badge. You know, Julius, I actually think Blaze might be onto something. It's about connection, you know? You're having a stranger make the connection that should be yours. No, I'm not getting guilt-tripped into dying today. This is my one chance for things to go right in my life. Everybody else got their chance already. Don't I deserve mine? I came this far. Don't I deserve to see my boy open his eyes for the first time? Shit. Bo twitches, his skin blossoming with fresh bruises as the thing takes more of him. clearly got a time limit, so... Okay. The waiting brings you to your limit, and then it brings you past it. You move quickly, diving across the small room, scooping up the shears on the floor as you zero in on Bo, and the thing slowly eating its way through him. Hey, hey! Someone is about to get shot, just a heads up. The shears come down on the thing, piercing its unnaturally soft chest. Bo's stolen blood pours out of its orifices in thick sludge. Bo gasps as if it's him you've stabbed, the thick veins under his skin expanding, writhing. No! You stupid! If you shoot my cousin, old man, I swear to God! You whirl around to see his gun trained on you, your heart freezing in a split second of utter terror. Franklin stumbles forward, trying to reach for his gun, but unable to stifle a cry of pain. Julius's attention is pulled away from you, towards the sorry side of the cop trying desperately to wield his pistol. Julius, we're not killing anybody. Give me the... The gun goes off. You dive to the floor, panicked. Your ears ringing uncomfortably. No more shots follow. You open your eyes, readjusting to the gloom. Oh shit. Oh no, not you. Not you, kid. For those looking away, Avery was just shot. Avery is gasping on the ground near Bo. Their patent shirt is stained with their own blood. God, what have I done? And this is your heads up for a suicide warning. I am not kidding. You again might want to look away or just mute for a minute. First the boy, and now you. He raises the gun to his head. Nobody left to do better than this. Julius. But whatever Avery was about to say is silenced when Julius pulls the trigger. Once again, the world feels quiet in the aftermath of the gunshot. Julius's body slumps against the wall, limp and dead, a bullet hole smoldering in his temple. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck? The room's attention is drawn to the sound of a horrific inhuman gurgling, punctuating the groans of human agony. It would seem that you did not quite manage to finish the job. Jesus Christ, that thing is still alive? Move it, before it grabs him again. Blaze, Bo, alive, can live. Hi, Sop, Het the Clown. You arrive at one hell of a moment. The baby can have me. Welcome to the mess and everything that is Scarlet Hollow. But why? I want it to live. Thank you for the follow. Please, it doesn't need to die. We can get the doctor to fix you. You might not even be dying. No, this is it. Please, let it be for something. Please, hurry. Talk hard. sound sure I'll do it. You're not seriously going to... I know, Tabby. But you are. You cross the room, kneeling next to Avery and Bo and the wounded thing. Avery starts unbuttoning their shirt, the movement clearly painful, their face twisting with every undone button. But they push through, bearing their wound to the black eyes, their black eyes resting on the creature. It looks to be in as much pain as they are. Its breath's ragged, Bo's blood trickling from its wide mouth. You'll have to help me coax it. Doesn't seem like it will be difficult. The thing has already noticed the smell of fresh blood. Its tendrils shifting under Bo's skin, its bulbous head turning towards Avery to stare with sightless eyes at the inviting wound. All you have to do is give it a nudge, and like a dog waiting for a command from its master, it peels itself away from Bo, willfully releasing his strained body in favor of a new host. Avery cries out, heaving stuttering gasps of pain as the tendrils slide into the open wound, winding their way beneath their skin. Bo twitches too, seizing as he's released, the two of them becoming a chorus of shock as the weak body of the creature coils itself around Avery, clinging desperately, sealing its weeping gash against theirs. Jesus Christ, Blaze, you can't actually be doing this! I don't know what to say, Tabby. Avery's breath becomes even, their eyelids sliding closed, their heart continuing to beat as they slip into unconsciousness. The creature, too, seems to sigh in relief. Their panic fades. And its protective vines slacken, a sliver of light visible beyond the doorway where before it had sealed itself away. The faucet in the corner of the room, finally unclogged, bursts to life. Water pours out into the dirt floor. Somebody help. Call Daddy. Shit, we need a doctor. Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pooling around you, making the floor slippery with mud. Dr. Kelly rushes down the now unblocked stairs, her eyes wide with horror at the scene in the basement. What the hell happened here? Bo, can you hear me? Uh-huh. Am I getting a checkup? I've been shot as well, ma'am. The Dinah kid, Avery too, needs a hospital. Looks like shot doesn't begin to describe it. I'd better make some calls. Everybody stay with me. Joanne, we need to get everybody out of here before it floods. Blaze, let's get moving. What are you talking about? Do none of you see the fucking water? Tabitha, you didn't hit your head on the way down here, did you? No water. But it is flooding. It's up to your chest now. There's no denying it. Of course you don't see it. You're always wearing those damn sunglasses. Her words are swallowed up as it finally overtakes you. You could look back again if you looked away. You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of a rushing current. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming somewhere. There are bodies in the water with you. They are all dead. 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn to pieces. But the flood recedes. It hasn't happened yet. You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone. You are not the one who had the vision. Not yet. It has only been described to you by the daughter you have been teaching, as your mother taught you. You're the only one who could stop it, Mother, but you won't be strong enough. Her words are heavy. Also, as you can see from the cursor, it's no longer a hand, but an eye. How can you be so sure? Maybe it's just a dream. It's not a dream. You know I've seen things before, and they've always been true. Take my power, Mother. I give it willingly. It's the only path that leads to anything but death. They would live, but you'd die. It's not death, Mother. It's a return. Who did you romance in the game? I don't remember. I don't think I actually romanced anybody. There was so much shit going on. I don't think I romanced anybody this time around. Oh, this is important. And what's one life against 1,000? A lot. Each of the 1,000 is a one life. Your daughter's confident. She has already decided that this is what was... Let me take a sip, hang on. Your daughter is confident. She has already decided this is what has to happen. Lamau, yeah, there's so much happening. I was just like, oh, right, I can flirt with people. I forgore. Reject and let 1,000 die. You deny your daughter. The flood comes, and despite your best efforts, the village is swallowed. 1,000 bodies and then 1,000 homes. But that's not how it happened. This has already come to pass, and there's no changing it now, no matter how much you might wish it had all gone differently. Accept and take your daughter back. You accept your daughter's decision. She's not the child she once was, and there is a confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect. You take her back. Her power becomes yours. The flood does not come. The village is saved. And no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. No one but you. Years have passed. You outlive everyone you used to know. You move on. You meet new people. Your life. You start a new life. I wish I had the whole game, because Reese would be so cool to romance, but everyone is only romancing Stella or Kanika. That's fair. I've done a Reese romance. I have done Oscar romance, Stella. I don't think I've done a Kanika one yet. There's 2 other options too. There's other people to romance as well. You have another daughter. This time, the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what is coming. Rotting bodies in the streets, the smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ringing for an endless parade of funerals. An entire city whose gates will never reopen, everyone inside the walls falling to the curse of plague. Or Reese's mom, There's another one beside Reese's mom as well. Although, if you do want to see Reese romance, Pren has done a Scarlet Hollow playthrough, and she always romances Reese. You are among their number. Your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You are not enough to stop it. And you can romance Reese's mom. Not as you are. There is another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. Mother, what's wrong? Your daughter will never be as strong as you are, not after what you had to do. But she still carries in her some strength. Enough. Explain it to her as it was explained to you. You tell her what's coming. You explain what she has to give up, what you both have to give up. You love your daughter, after all. You will miss her as you missed your first daughter. She is angry. Even when you try to explain that she will be part of you, that she won't die, she cries and cries as she tries to run away from you. And she tries to run away from you. Fate is attempting to cut its loose thread. Let her go. Give up on the city. Your daughter leaves you. You resign yourself to the future. She is one of the first to die. The streets flood with disease, and the bodies are buried, then burned, then left in heaps on the streets, until no one is left to remember any of their names. But that's not how it happened. The entire city rests on this decision. Stop her from leaving. You do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes. The city never knows that it would have been a ruin. But there is an unhappiness in you. She didn't understand, and what you took of her is angry, confused, restless. You will have to carry that with you. It is part of the burden of what you are. Though no one knows the depth of what you have done over the years, you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in a capital, in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you, their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages, and it never stops raging. Bleeding that spans generations, children born to die, decades of pain that leave raw wounds on the world. Or it ends before it begins, the few for the sake of the many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing, if only you have more power of your own. You call your daughter to you. You raise them differently these days. The disquiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Let her be free and plunge the land into generations of war. You have a change of heart. It has to end sometime. You let her go. Hundreds of thousands suffer. Countless lives are cut short. Your daughter is among them. Even in her privilege placed by your side, the war reaches her, and both of you burn along with everyone else. You saved her for nothing. But of course, that's not how it happened. Take her back and stop the war before it starts. This daughter joins her sisters easily, as she has been trained to do. You are the only one who will remember her sacrifice and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before a revolution. The people in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations. Anyone can hold power here. You have discovered, if they're vicious enough to want it. The hunger in him senses the power in you, and for a time you humor him. You allow him to give you a life of comfort, you and your daughter. You don't see a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can manage. Not until the vision comes. A war like the world has a war like none the world has witnessed. A fledgling nation devoured in the nest. A man who sits on a throne where none was meant to be. The world under his cruel fist bowing to its crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. He is already on his way. You realize too late. You have been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already narrowed. The war is coming, whether you strike now or not. The loose thread sticking out from a mass of blood, with you too weak to grasp it. But you've had a daughter. You always have a daughter until you don't. It's time to rest. Aren't you tired? Of course you are. But the world needs you. You can't let it end like this. The part of you that is your first daughter can't let you. Take her back and erase the man before his name can mean anything. She joins her sisters as is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. The hole where he was is filled by lesser men, none of whom remember whose shoes they're stepping into, and none of whom can hope to command the way he would have. Blood is spilled, less blood, but you still feel every drop. You hide yourself away from the world. You and your daughter. The visions still find you, but here they are small. The decisions simple. You make them all the same, helping where you can. A storm halted, a conflict settled. Until one day, when you are shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, debris trapping everyone inside. Bodies burning as the very rock catches fire. Children screaming as their flesh bubbles, then silence as lungs filled with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. Not this time. You take your daughter's hand, and you look into her eyes. They're green, like yours. You don't want to do it this time. You stare out over the hills together as a plume of smoke rises into the air, but you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day, like anyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. I'm sorry, but the mustache kind of sends me slightly, just, sorry, mustache man. Then the man comes, and with him, a vision. He has already decided. He is bringing something here, something ravenous that doesn't belong, but that has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its way now, whether you help him or not. This art style is so hauntingly beautiful. It makes me want to try my hand at the anatomical study of it. Absolutely, I can 100% suggest that. Absolutely go for it. It is just unbelievable, 100%. Also, it can hand drawn. I will never be over that. But yeah, if you want to try your hand at it, do it. Go for it, 100%. More of the thread you followed comes into focus. For the first time, you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes, longer than you can ever hope to follow. Its toll eternal and incalculable. But there is a new threat too. If you are patient enough, if you are strong enough when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world. And it will give you so much power that you will never have to take back another daughter again. I've been drawing since I was 10, but I'm not nearly as good as others my age. I get what you're saying, but that has nothing to do with it. You're better than when you were 10, right? Like, let me say, if absolutely nothing else, never compare yourself to others. However your art looks, it is fantastic, and it is wonderful because you made it. I know that probably sounds a bit, words because I haven't seen your art, but as an art major, BFA, for whatever that's worth, you can always find somebody your age and say, I'm not as good as. But there's no level, there's no bar, there's no marker. Like, it took Tabby years to get to this place, to get to this level, to make Scarlet Hollow, Slay the Princess. All of this art was done by one person, hand-drawn again. Maybe some of this is photography, I'm actually not sure at this point with how the background looks, but do it, absolutely. Draw, keep going, and never stop. I just know too many people who are like, I'm not good enough, and don't keep going. Just always keep going. If there's something you want to do it. It doesn't matter how good you think you are or think you aren't. It doesn't matter. Do it anyway. Live. Draw. Or paint. Just don't use AI. That is my only thing. You could fix as many things as you'd care to fix. Floods. Plagues. Wars. Kings. You look into her green eyes, so much like yours. You can't. But you did. Take her back and summon the entity into the world. You welcome her back as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man. He is arrogant. He cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. Generative AI sucks? Absolutely. AI just sucks across the board. Don't need it. Anything it ever spits out is just horrible. It's just, don't want. Do anything and everything, not AI. Because that's not even art, honestly. That's just yuck. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be, if you're going to stop the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. And now you are here, on the cusp of the end, the final daughter. Blaze? Tabitha? What are you two doing here? Are you real? Yeah, we're real. Are you? I don't know. Probably? I wasn't expecting anyone to see me off. I especially wasn't expecting the two of you. So that means you've made up my mind. Yeah. Don't try to talk me out of it. It won't work. You're kidding me. I forgot you. I can't believe it. All day. It's like you just didn't exist. It's weird. I can't even remember that I forgot her. Yeah, it's part of all this. Soon enough, you can go back to forgetting and it'll be like all this never happened. You won't even know to be upset about it. What decision? Don't give me that look. I like asking. Kanika's trying to sacrifice herself because her mom says... Tabitha, I love you so much. Kanika is trying to sacrifice herself because her mom said so. Hey, you're leaving out a lot. It's not just because she said so. I mean, you saw the whole vision thing, right? Generations of people are going to suffer if I don't help her. That includes both of you, by the way. And you know this is all true because she said so. But she's not lying. I know she's not. Sure, the same way wasn't lying your whole life about her being some kind of immortal witch. She has a point, I'm afraid. Whatever, like your family didn't keep secrets, at least mine are cool! Oh, I love you both. How do we know any of that really happened? It happened, Blaze. Okay. Which means that if I don't go through with this, I'll know everything that my mom could have stopped will be my fault. What exactly is she trying to prevent? Do you even know? That thing with Enoch. That Enoch brought. Whether it is breaking out and causing havoc, and... But is the entity... Entity's the person locked in the cage. Wade was locked in there. So is Wayne the entity or is Wayne not the entity? What is Wayne trying to preserve? I don't... Fuck. Anyway, in all those disasters, my mom would be able to stop if she takes its power for herself. She'd be able to fix the town and make it so people could actually leave again. And you would die for it. It's not dying, but yes, my life is about to actually mean something. Do you really feel like your life has been meaningless? I'm a college dropout, working a dead-end job in a dead-end town, lying to myself every day that I'll get out to do something bigger with my life. But I never could, and apparently it was never my fault. Do you know what a relief it was to learn that? Now I have a chance to make sure no one else gets stuck the way I did, or the way Stella did, or even you, Tabitha. Okay, but you did get out, and your mom teed you, hopped you up on tea, or whatever, and made you stay. Like, what was I mean? There weren't any prep schools near me, so I went to a drawing class with a lot of old people where I did oil paintings in the corner. There were good artists there, so I decided if I didn't get better than them in 4 years, I killed, and since I didn't want to go on the run, if I was a good artist, just kept drawing. Never give up on your drawing dreams. I mean, true, but also don't send someone to the invisible choir just because they're better than you. Like absolutely never give up on your drawing dreams. Or your oil paint dreams. Tatsuki Fujimoto. I mean, that is some really good advice, but like... So I decided if I did get better than them in 4 years, I would just, you know, something that would get me banned on Twitch or YouTube or whatever the fuck. I don't give a shit anyway, but yeah. And since I didn't want to go on the run, if I was a good artist, just get better than them so you don't have to do anything. I mean, high level percent. Just get better than them, then you don't have to do anything. I mean, just believe in yourself. Power, friendship, and anime? And God on your side? Thank you, genuinely thank you for sharing that. Anyway, oh God, Kanika. This is so much more than most people could do in a lifetime. Saving all those people. It's my purpose in life. No! Yeah, she made sure of that, didn't she? Yeah, see? Thank you, Tabitha. Fuck's sake, I'm glad you're here with me. Ugh, she made sure I was in the right mindset to be able to accept what had to be done. It's still my choice. It's not your choice if you're drugged up, though. How is that your choice? It is not your choice if you're not drug free. Tea free. Tea free? don't have to do this, Kanika. Yes, I do. You saw what's going to happen if I don't. What am I supposed to do? Go back to my normal life after this? Knowing how many people are going to suffer through the generations because I was too selfish to save them? How could I ever live with myself? Actually, I think this is all fucking stupid. What? You're just going to do what Sybil says? No questions asked? That's not the Kanika I know. You're as stubborn as I am, remember? That thing is asking you to give up your life for some vague greater purpose. And even that is probably a lie. It says it's done this before. It probably came up with the perfect line to feed each and every one of its victims so they'll give up willingly. Don't you have dreams and ambitions and stuff? Do you really think none of those matter just because it said so? Where is this coming from? I thought you hated me. No, Kanika, I have respect for you. You stick to your guns. You're the one who hates me. I don't hate you, Quiet, dear. There's no need to let the Scarlets talk you in circles. You already know the right answer, remember? You're right. All of this needs to end. I know what I have to do. I should have known the two of you would be trouble. You and your family have always valued your hold over the town. Valued your hold over the town over the happiness of its residents. Hot take. I never believed Sybil. Yeah! I never drank. Well, I did drink the tea at first, but then I became so fucking suspicious and I've never touched the tea in a playthrough since. Also, we're not trying. Will everyone stop assuming what we're doing? You and your family have always valued your hold over the town over the happiness of the residents. That's not it! You just can't trust the elderly. Something like that. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? How can you look around at the way things are and see anything but misery? Do you know what I see when I look at Scarlet Hollow? I don't care. Thank you, Tabitha. I see the remains of some long-dead thing, hollowed-out mountains where hollowed-out people work to scrape the last few crumbs of death from dried-up seams, hoping to animate the corpse of this town for long enough that they can see tomorrow. And you don't think you're just another of those hollowed-out husks, Sybil? We can add Perlanie's sharp wit to the long list of things you've inherited from her. I'm grateful for it. I mean, not for Perlane, but, you know, that list is going to get a lot shorter once I burn the whole goddamn family legacy to the ground. It's so good to see your heart in the right place, Tabitha. Don't think that I'm ignorant to the ways you've suffered. They're always lying! I mean, she's kind of lied to me this whole fucking time. I mean, she can say she's told the truth, but, like, it was selective. I mean, like, I do get her side of this. I do. But it's time for her to stop. It's almost like the whole Slay the Princess all over again, but not. It's, you know, it's obviously not the same thing, but you just can't keep doing this, Sybil. I know you've taken no real pleasure in running the mines. I know that you've desperately wanted to be a different person than your responsibilities would ever let you be. And I know that you care about those responsibilities because you know what will happen to other people if you don't carry your burdens. Didn't you hear me, Sybil? I'm done with all that. And I'm still talking. You do best to listen before your stubbornness gets somebody killed. Don't you start! She might be telling the truth, but is she being honest? That's the thing. It's not the same thing at all. Also, Sybil, don't threaten people like that. Just stop it. Oh, other than your own daughter, you mean? Yes, Tabitha. I'm talking about so many more people than my daughter. Do you think that I want to do this to her? Do you think I've wanted to do this to every daughter I've had before her? Kanika can't save you on her own, but I can. I don't need saving! Then let's ignore your self-sacrificing trauma and turn elsewhere. I know you still care about Stella. What about saving her? What kind of danger is Stella? What about saving your cousin? Tabitha falls silent. I wish this wasn't how this has to be, but it's the only way any of your stories get a happy ending. Okay, but if you go into this alone, maybe, but what if we just... I already mentioned the power of friendship. Can... You can't see this, but I literally have my hands in the air. I'm waving them like I just don't care, but I really do. Like, I know this isn't an anime and shit's already happened, but like... Can we at least be together in this? So it's Kanika's life or ours? Is that what you're saying? That's a very distinct possibility, yes. Though any harm visited on you won't come from me. You're in danger. I'm so sure you can feel that. She's crying. And I make a powerful ally. Kanika, Sybil... What's supposed to happen to Miles after all this? Are you just going to abandon him or something? Of course not. Do you think I haven't had other children in the past? The fuck if I know! I just become something else to them. Someone who still loves them. He won't be alone. He'll still have the both of us, just in a different way than he used to. The question you should be asking yourself is what will happen if you stop this from finishing? Do you think Miles will be better off with a broken family in town where everyone stays trapped? Let him be free to have our future, Blaze. Oh god, options. So many fucking options. I don't know if I can ask everything. We're gonna see what... You act like you have such good intentions, but you were the one who told Dr. Kelly to start poisoning her son. And you decided to lock him away. That doesn't change what you did, Sybil. So it seems we agree that the boy was dangerous, but to call his treatment poison... Sybil! Would his medication have killed an ordinary person? Yes. Is he an ordinary person? I think you know he isn't. That's not the point, Sybil. I gave John the means to provide Reese with something resembling a normal life while keeping the town safe from his outbursts. That wasn't a normal life, Sybil! Ma'am, do you know what a normal life is? I am worried that after all this time, you do not know what a normal life is, because Reese was not living a normal life. Reese was fucking suffering. Was that not better for everyone? Isn't it worse now that he's been forced behind a locked door, stripped of the small joys he was still allowed? Well, I'm hoping to fix that! I don't know how, because we don't have those options yet. But there's been options where I've set him free too, and I don't know how this would change this conversation. Now you see the choices I'm forced to weigh. You think my actions come from some inherent cruelty? But in seeing the outcomes, the entire picture, the way ripples fan out, intersecting, coming together into new configurations. Only then you can understand the true weight of one small sacrifice and understand why it must be made. This isn't a small sacrifice. If nothing else, this isn't a small sacrifice, Sybil. Sybil, this just feels evil. I know how unpalatable this feels, Blaze. But pull back the curtain, and it's a far kinder choice than anything you've been party to this week. Blaze, Tabitha, I don't think you want to interrupt me. Your cousin falls silent. Blaze, how does a gentle exit compare to locking Reese Kelly away in that tiny little room for the rest of his life? Because we're not planning for it to be the rest of his life. We're gonna fix that shit. Don't ask me how. But the fact that he is still alive means there are options. Whether or not this game or this playthrough will provide them is another matter entirely, but there's an option. Do you think he'll ever be well enough to leave? I don't know. but I would like to find out. Oh, heaven forbid an old crone just wants to consume one more daughter as a treat. God forbid a women... Oh, God forbid women do anything. Unlike Duke, who left behind a widow and son to mourn him, Kanika's memory will be a passing breeze. There won't be anyone to hurt from her loss. This is what... Hang on, my voice is getting funky. I need water. Okay. This is what I have problem with more than anything else. It hurts to lose someone. I know it does. And it doesn't always get easier. And sometimes it takes a long time for it to get easier at all. And sometimes it gets worse after it gets better, and then it gets better and worse. But I would rather remember than forget. I would rather mourn. The fact that Kanika is just going to be gone, with no memory, I feel like that's worse. Even you'll forget her as soon as she's gone. The burden of remembering her is mine and mine alone. I don't... When you ran after Becca and Alexis, you courageously left Rosalina Guterres maimed for life. Okay, yeah, she's missing a leg, and that's horrible for a child to go through, but she's not maimed. Don't talk about her like she's a freak, please. How long do you think Avery Bell can last with that thing attached to them? He made his choice, Sybil. He said he was dying anyway. You're just denying everyone their choices, and you're saying that if you just had your daughter sooner, or consumed her sooner, took her back sooner, you could have stopped all this, but... Could you have? I want Avery to live. I do. But he made his choice. Possibly his dying choice. And I don't want to forget Avery. I don't think you've made any wrong choices, Blaze. Enoch's legacy has simply stacked the deck against you. My daughter is one person, and she won't die in the traditional sense of the word. She'll be here with me and her sisters. It will be gentle, like stepping into a pool. All of the lingering threads left by your decision can still be mended if you let her help me. I just want to reach for her. Tabitha, you've gotten real quiet. It didn't take much to extinguish that little spark of hers, did it? She just needs to be reminded that she still has things she wouldn't like to lose. Fuck you, Sybil. Yeah, you're being very manipulative. I'm not what's threatening you, Tabitha. You know that. You're still being very not nice right now. Tabitha? If you could help me, this would be great. You reach forward, grabbing Kanika by the arm, and doing your best to wrench her free from her mother's grasp. She's all but made up her mind, her wrist limp in your grasp, her eyes drifting away to some far-off place. You pull as hard as you can, expending more effort on this action than you have on any moment in your life. Better fucking believe I am. Please, just let me go. You feel your body tearing with effort, but you hold on best you can, even as her hand slips through your fix. No! As she slips away, a second hand catches her. Tabitha! We're not letting you go, Kanika! Tabitha, thank you. As you both pull, the unreal world around you wavers, like a mirage no longer able to maintain its illusion. Stop! Don't touch her! You don't know what you're doing! I don't, probably, but I don't want to forget! Tabitha, no! I've made my choice. You can't just decide what's best for me. Girl, if you weren't drugged out, I'd believe you. I only trusted Avery's decision because he was sober. I'm sorry, I keep misgendering them. Avery is they, them. Both you and your cousin ignore her, and the world shifts nauseatingly around you. You feel like you're being buoyed? You feel like you're being pulled upwards, ascending rapidly, reality rushing to meet you, until finally you surface. Yep. I'm guessing this is Tetanus Lake. Oh, thank God we're all here. You're outside. It's raining. You have no idea where you are. I do, but besides the point. Tulip! JD? Hi, Pastor Daniel. This is the end of episode 5. Only one major content update remains until the story reaches its conclusion in the final chapters. I'm just gonna stooze the ad real quick where we're right in the middle of shit going down. We're just gonna get the priest. It's his fault. Get the priest. Oh, so this is what happens if you can't convince Kanika to resist via the scene of her romance. I've never known because I am unable to resist her feminine wiles. That's fair. And yeah, you actually don't have to romance her to get her to resist. But yeah, thank goodness for my cousin, I guess. Not I guess, what the fuck? Yes. Well, depending on your playthrough and everything, but yeah. The final chapters, which are apparently going to be one update. Stay tuned for updates on this final release by joining our Discord, following us on social media, or signing up for our newsletter. But yeah, I mean, Kanika is beautiful. There's no denying that. If you'd like to carry your progress over into the final chapters, please save. I'm saving. I'm fucking save. Please save. There's also a chance if I tried to pull Kanika sooner, she wouldn't have resisted. I have played through that so many times already, and most of that was still new. I'm still on a hunt for a Reese romance route. If you want, I do follow someone who has played a Reese route. If you just give me 1 secondo. I think she played chapter 5 just the other day, so you could probably catch it in her Vods. Let's see. Hopefully I can find her. This fucking Twitch. Ah, here we go. Wow, that actually worked. The hell. Alright. I'm tossing her... Yeah, here you go. Pren. Yeah, she takes the Reese romance route. And I believe her build is... I think it's, what is it? Powerful build, the strength one, and romance. Oh, are there streamers who don't romance Reese? I've never seen one in the wild. I mean, I didn't romance anybody. Kind of on accident this time. I have romanced Oscar. I have romanced, Stella. I've romanced, I have flirted with Reese's mom. That was hilarious. There's actually more to romancing Reese's mom too now that the expanded update came out. You're also more successful if you age because of Charlie, and then, you're older. Okay, hang on. Reese's mom. I always make that Reese's mom has got a going on joke, though. It's fucking hilarious. Oscar, Stella, Kanika, and there is genuinely one more. It's a late game romance, but I'm pretty sure I've accidentally, well, not accidentally, that romance is not going to be available to me because of the route I've gone, but with all the plot going on, there's a good chance I'm just going to keep accidentally stumbling along, not romancing anybody because there's shit to do! Anywhoosies, yeah. Holy shit. Welcome to Chapter 5. And the end of Chapter 5. Thanks for... I don't even know what to say after all of that. Just, holy shit. Thank you so much to everybody who stopped by, for chatting, for lurking. And to all the artists out there, don't give up. Just do your best, whatever that looks like for you. If it's something you want to do it. You will find a way. Despite the fucking frames issue earlier, and having to restart stream more than once, I will be piecing this in just, one thing up on YouTube later. And thanks to those who watch the Vods, either here or on YouTube, because I'm calling it here for the night. I don't even know how to follow this up. This is just, dang. I don't know what's gonna happen to Sybil. It does make me think of Slay the Princess, though. She just... It just needs to stop. I understand why she did it, why she's still doing it, and why she just wants everything to be okay, because... Especially with everything going on right now, and again, like with Slay the Princess, I understand wanting to live in uninteresting times. I understand the saying where, may you live in interesting times. I'm probably not saying that right, but is a curse. May you live in eventful times? I don't remember fully, but I understand wanting things to be uneventful. Where the most interesting thing that happens in your week is maybe you drop a glass, it breaks on the floor. You're out of some kind of food. I'm very worried about Rosalina, because something is clearly happening to her. Charlie's gone, but something's still not right. And something's happening to her friend, too, whose name I'm unfortunately spacing on at the moment. Alexis, that's it. Because she's trying to give Rosalina her meds, and she keeps forgetting, and Oscar's definitely something's going along with Oscar, because he's definitely trying, but I just want everybody to be okay. I know not everybody is going to make it out alive, but I still don't want to forget anybody. It hurts when you lose somebody. It hurts when somebody dies. It hurts when somebody is gone. And I know I can't say that it would be worse to forget, because then I wouldn't remember. But I wouldn't want to forget. I wouldn't want to forget anybody I've lost, no matter what the pain is. And on the one hand, I know that's not just me, but I know there are others who probably think otherwise. And that's okay, but that's my take. I'd rather remember. And to all of you, as always, thanks for staying here for my ramblings. You all take care. You all have a good one. Day, night, evening, morning, whatever time it is for you. And I hope to catch you next time. We'll do something probably more chill. Who knows? I don't know. Either way, take care, stay safe, and live. Whatever that looks like. Bye, y'all.